Baptizing the chemicals, crawling through the catacombs of every sermon that you weaponize. Now every halo that you hold above my head is just a noose made of the words that you memorize. You say I'm broken, say I'm blind, but you can't prove a God with a state of mind. You want my worship, want me on my knees, but you can't sell faith with a casualty. If your God exists, then show me all your proof. Burn his name into the sky and show me it's the truth. I'm tired of second-hand miracle with zero evidence. If your God is really there, then make him manifest. I've been screaming at the ceiling till my lungs both cave. If he's really in the room, then he can say it to my face. No more echoes in the dark, no more prophets in my head. If your God exists, then prove he isn't dead. You decorate your trauma with God and call it meant to be, but trauma isn't holy just because you survive the scene. You tell me every tragedy is part of some celestial plan, so every suffering child that dies is a message from God's hand. You say I'm lost because I'm asking where the compass is. You call it mystery whenever you can't answer it. If I've answered wrong, you put the dead existed for me, isn't it? If your God exists, then show me all your proof. Burn his name into the sky and show me it's the truth. I'm tired of second-hand miracles with zero evidence. If your God is really there, make him manifest. I've been screaming at the ceiling till my lungs both cave. If he's really in the room, then he can say it to my face. No more echoes in the dark, no more prophets in my head. If your God exists,
Yeah, I don't have incense running, but I do have sage running. I totally agree with you, Woodinson. Coffee and incense. Using sage right now, though.
couldn't build a little clarity. You want communion while I'm choking on disparity. You said God is love,
I
but then they weapon
have a hard time keeping the sage burnt, though. Like, this shit refuses to stay burnt. I have no clue how to actually keep it burning. It's so... Oh, guys, check this out. I got a new mortar. A little marble. I thought it looked really good. Hell of a doobie. This is an AI song made by the AI gods.
I'm done with thoughts and prayers from a book you never doubt. If your God exists, tell him to drag these demons out. I've been screaming at the ceiling till my face turn black. If he's really in the room, then let
I'll show you my pesto if you show me yours. AI, yeah, Suno. I need to get a few more. I need to have a playlist of these songs that I could just play in the background. It is free, yes. Yeah, you have to pay for, like, if you want to do certain things, I believe, but to just make like one song, it's free. Yeah, it's free. So we got that video posted yesterday on the main channel about reacting to Cliff Knetley's trash fucking arguments. Oof! Ow, that hurt. I was trying to pull my sock up and fucking smack the desk. I'm very tempted to reach out to some people and get some debates going with some of the big boys. 25,000 archaeological discoveries that relate directly back to the Bible and not one contradicts. There's no way that's a real person. There's no way you're real. Oh shit, window, TikTok. There we are, chat. Yeah, there's 25,000 copies of copies. Congratulations, Nicholas. It's not very hard to do. Make copies of fragments of pieces of paper. That's why there's so many. It's really easy to do. We got some requesters. We're going to get Jay in first, and then we'll do David. He does wait his turn. I think Cliff is extremely respectful. I actually, Cliff Knetley, Living Waters University, Todd White. If you guys know who Todd White is, fucking legends, mate. Those were my favorite. Well, Todd White was my favorite, like, preacher, and then Cliff Knetley, his son, Living Waters. They were my favorite, like, apologetics. They're dog crap, but all right, we'll do David. Jay, for some reason it wasn't able to. You weren't able to join. We'll try you again, brother. Yeah, I think Cliff is extremely kind and considerate. What's up, Jay?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can. You're over the age of 18, brother?
Yeah.
Awesome. Which religion do you follow?
Christianity.
Okay, cool. What you got for me today?
Kind of just wanted to hear your opinion, if I'm being honest.
Why? Does my opinion dictate facts and reality?
Yeah.
It does? Cool.
Yeah,
Unicorns made the universe.
I assume you're pretty smart. You seem like a pretty smart guy.
Nope.
Oh.
But there is no evidence for your God. If you'd like to prove me wrong, go for it. Sorry, burden shifting doesn't work on me.
I bet you're the type to believe in the moon landing, huh?
Did you want to have an actual argument, or should I move on?
You can move on, bro. Stay delusional.
What's up, David?
Hey,
How
what's
you
up,
doing,
brother?
man?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing all right, brother. You're over the age of 18, right?
Yes, sir. I would love to
Wonderful.
jump on this topic.
Hell yeah. Which God do you believe in?
I believe in Usla.
What is that? What the fuck? He left? What? What? T-Rock, are you a theist? I'll get you up here if you're a theist. Hit and run, yeah. Usla. Choo. Sorry, bro. We're only having theists up right now. Miss and run. If you sat on a jury that the prosecution had all but provided its case and you'd made up your mind to what? Ray Comfort seems nice, but not too bright. Ah, God, dude, I do love Ray Comfort. He's such a sweetheart. That's the thing with Ray Comfort and Cliff is they're really sweet. Like, I could actually see, like, sitting down and, like, having dinner with them. Like, they're really kind people. Their arguments just fucking suck. Ray Comfort? What? Ray Comfort came out of the closet. What? Kent Hovind, you know, so this is what I say for like the majority of like, you know, K-Top or Q-Top, whatever the fuck his name is here on TikTok. He's got 1 million followers. He's a theist. I don't think he's ever won a fucking debate ever. And I don't say that quite often. I personally believe that debates are practically pointless. There's no winning or losing a debate ever. It's this person's side thinks they won, that person's side thinks they won. It's literally just a middle ground of back and forth bickering. You provide your case, and then the audience decides, you know. So I almost find it just completely pointless. I do enjoy doing it. But when it comes to like people like Q-Top or Kent Hovind, Kent Hovind is obviously more realistic to talk about this with, but there's some dirt on this planet that is younger than him, and he's made an entire career out of this. If he were to acknowledge the facts and reality, his entire career would fall apart. So it's past the point of him wanting to actually see facts and reality, and more at the point of him just holding his own image. It's like many of the I've talked to a few people, and we come to a point where they have no arguments left. And you could just tell it's like they would agree with you if you were like in person in like a private area. Like if we were in person in like a private, just me and you talking, sometimes I can tell that you'd be like, you know what, that's a really good point. I need to double check myself on this. But they have a massive following. If they say something incorrect or slightly differing from what they preach, they'll lose everything. So it's more of like a survival thing for them to not grant anything. Kent Hovind is a used car salesman. He has a sales pitch he rehearses. Q-Top's only talent is crashing out. I've never seen Q-Top crash out. I had a very good debate with Q-Top. I thought he was very nice. I do like blue cheese. I like all cheese. Domestic reasons. Yeah, Kent's got some issues. The earth is flat. You're missing some brain cells there, bud. Literally coded. What? You guys do know that there's a massive difference in DNA and computers, right? How the heck did I just get restricted for bullying? What? For saying that you have no brain cells? That's crazy. Okay. TikTok really coming down today, huh? What's up, John? TOS we need to get some new owners for TikTok. This is gnarly. Siamese twins disagree vehemently with the fine-tuning argument. It's interesting to me how people struggle with the concept of evidence in relation to God. Well, I think it's more of a gotcha from them, like define evidence, because they grant anecdote as evidence, right? So whenever they're like, what do you consider as evidence? It's like, A, how the fuck am I supposed to know what evidence would count for fucking Voldemort being real? B, you're the one saying you have it, so just provide it. What are we doing here? So nothing coded us. James, request up. I don't know what you're on about, bro. I mean, I do, but I don't want to talk about it to the chat. Random chance. There's no such... Dude, even chaos has order, James. Like, you know, books are free at the library. You can go pick one up and read it. You can learn about the laws of physics for free. You can learn logic for free. It's all for free, brother. We got this thing called the internet. It's really cool. So you pull it up. Google basically owns everything. And on the Google, you're able to type things in and search for basically anything that exists and get it for free. It's really cool. Real to them. And that's valid. I read a book that said the earth is flat. Well, the book still requires evidence. We don't just trust books now, do we? We believe the evidence that are provided and justifying the claims. It's quite simple. The internet, I mean, the thing Granny plays Candy Crush on. Is Candy Crush on the internet? That's a solo. Man, YouTube's already got some debates going on. Damn. Get it. Get it. You better hope God doesn't exist. I don't need to hope that Voldemort and unicorns don't exist. There's absolutely no reason to believe in them. Sci-Hub. I never heard of that one. I use Google Scholar. Sci-Hub? Damn. I'm definitely keeping that one favorited. Holy shit. Whoa. Okay, that's really cool. Wow. Okay. That's a lot. I know I'm old. ID number. Oh, that's what Ravis is talking about when he asked for a DOI. That makes sense. That makes sense. Because Ravis, whenever he's up here and people mention scientific papers, he's always like, yeah, give me the DOI number. And I'm like, fuck is that? Not using crystal meth? Hey, pretty expensive these days. So I'm guessing you don't believe in Jesus. I am a mythicist, yes. What turned me from Christian to atheist? Lack of evidence. My opinion doesn't fucking matter. And the facts, there were no facts. Facts don't give a fuck about your feelings. They don't. Lack of evidence for globe. It's literally mathematically fact. Also, we have photos of the earth. Hell yeah, you guys get that coffee. We got a restriction, so we got about 7 minutes of just chatting, and then we'll get some more requesters. You gonna believe our government actually put out photos of the earth? Yeah, they did. Don't believe it? Prove that they were faked. You're the one with the burden of proof to prove it's fake. Whoever makes the claim has a burden to prove said claim. We don't just have a claim that Earth is round. We have video evidence, photo evidence, mathematical evidence, all of physics. We have observed planets form thanks to the Hubble telescope. It's a fact. It's not a claim. All evidence justifies that the planet is an oblate spheroid. You, with the magical unicorn claim that it is flat, have a burden to prove it. You, with the magical Voldemort is real claim that the NASA photos are faked, have the burden to prove that. You have the burden to prove it. Burden shifting does not work here. Your Jedi mind tricks do not work here. It's an oblate spheroid. Many people do not actually know what proof or facts actually are. I know. It's hilarious. It's really fun when people are like, well, there's no such thing as proof. The definition of proof is not what you think it is, buddy. I used to believe in flat earth. What's up, Alan? What's your thoughts on deists? If you believe in any sort of a god, I think it's a little ridiculous. Doing good, brother. Might have to restart the stream since we already got that restriction. Oh, dude, I was incredibly indoctrinated. I thought that Earth was flat. I believed that NASA was deceiver. I thought all the photos of Earth and everything were fake. I believed every single person in Hollywood was a lizard person. I mean, you name the conspiracy, I believed it. I was a hardcore conspiracy theorist. Hardcore. Also, I used to believe that being sick was a demon. I was hardcore. I used to literally say that, like, if I went to the grocery store, I would bring up flat Earth. Like, everywhere I was, I would bring that shit up. I'd be like, well, you know, our Earth is actually flat and everyone's lying to you, right? You need to repent and turn to Jesus. Like, I was fucking psycho. I am still, but now at least I know how to think critically. Yes, unfortunately, Cody was homeschooled in every Christian misconception and deception that they have pretty much. Now he's having to deconstruct all of that. Yeah, that's been, I would say, the hardest part of my deconstruction journey is like realizing like certain ideologies. Like, I was incredibly homophobic. I was racist. I hated anyone that wasn't from America. Like, dude, it was bad. I hated you if you weren't a believer. Any religion, it was bad. There's still so many things that I'm learning to this day. I did go to public school until the first year of high school, and then I was homeschooled. Very long story. On top of the public schooling, well, no, so that was, God, what age is high school? I don't even remember what year that is. 14, so 14 to 18. Yeah, 14 to 18, I was homeschooled. Homeschooled. The schooling consisted of, so my dad owned the church, right? So our house was the church. I would wake up, grab my Bible, grab the concordance. I would go verse by verse, retranslate with the context back into Hebrew or Greek, and then retranslate it with context back into English. We had this diagram of the historicity of the begots and lineage going back from Adam to present. So that's how I learned about like tools and all that stuff was biblical. So like, you know, after Seth, we got the stone tool. After, you know, so everything, everything was bullshit. Lucky for me, so like when I was in elementary school, I was obsessed with space. My dream as a kid was actually to be an astronaut or some sort of cosmologist to some degree. I absolutely loved space and science. Science was my favorite. I stopped loving science when I was just straight up told I would never be a scientist. And then I never really had any desire or goal after that. So I just kind of flunked through school. I was like an F student through everything except for science. My entire elementary and middle school, everything. The only reason that I graduated A is I have a homeschool diploma that was purchased for like $30 online. And then it was sent to the state, as credential. But I have like the public education that I have is that of like a middle schooler. But I'm very lucky that I loved science that much growing up, because as an adult, I'm like, oh, maybe I should look into this. And then it brought me back. Yeah, it's a fucking awesome cup. It's this one is D&D. Yeah, if you are wanting to request up, click those people at the bottom and click request. That is no cup, that is a tankard. Most conspiracies are not true. A couple of conspiracies have been found out to be true. But that does not mean that conspiracies are true. It means coincidentally a couple of them happen to be true. So that's called confirmation bias. When 3 out of 4 trillion conspiracies have been proven true, and you now believe every conspiracy has ever been proven true, that's just stupid. My cup is dainty. I like Aaron Ross mugs. I would love to get some of his. All right, we need to restart the TikTok stream. Already down to 12. Thank you, TikTok gods. We're going to restart the TikTok stream. If you haven't followed, hit follow so you can come back. Let's try this again, round 2. Cool. Dude, I tested out a new shampoo. Oh my god, it's terrible. Oof. Horrible. Not happy with it. My scalp has been so itchy. I have to go back to what I was using. Also, it took like all of the volume out of my hair. My mother has extremely wavy hair, so she uses like defrizzling shampoos and whatnot. I like the wave in my hair. I've never seen One Piece, and I never will. What's up, Frost? Nice to see you, brother. Afraid of good animation. People either love One Piece to the degree of sacrificing their entire life for it, or they fucking find it the most boring thing on planet Earth. The animation is extremely fucking outdated and old. Not a fan of it. Storyline is apparently good. If the visuals aren't good, the story doesn't matter to me. It's also like 400,000 seasons or something like that. Recent clips? You mean like episode 200 trillion? No, I haven't. Halo 2 is way old too. I started playing Halo during Reach and 4. Guys, I'm 25. D&B, you should probably request up. You want to somehow magically prove that we are all God. Best of luck. What's up, Shu?
What's up, my boy?
Hey, man, you over the age of 18?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Which religion do you follow?
I'm a deist, so I believe
Okay.
in a creator.
Sure. What you got for me? Why should I?
I mean, when you pose a question, there's no evidence. It's clear that you're looking for some particular kind
Nope.
of evidence. No? So what do you mean by there's no evidence? I mean, there's scriptures
Yeah,
that
there's
claim...
no evidence for unicorns either, but there's books talking about them.
Okay, that's a good point. But again, I think you have to use your logic and reasoning to
I
deduce
am.
whether or
That's why
not
I'm an
there is a
atheist.
creator. Okay, so I mean, how do you explain the origins of the universe?
The Big Bang Theory.
And what was before the Big Bang?
A hot, dense state.
Did the universe come into existence?
No.
Really?
What evidence do you have that it did?
I mean, you just claimed the Big Bang Theory is how this all came about.
It's the origins of the expansion of the universe, correct? The
Okay,
universe
so
is
what-
eternal. Don't agree,
Really?
provide evidence otherwise.
I mean, you're making the claim. You said the universe is eternal.
Yeah, here, let me help you out. The first law of thermodynamics is energy cannot be created. Energy exists, therefore it's always existed. In the hot dense state was energy. It was not created. It cannot be created. If you have evidence that it was, provide it.
Those laws of physics break down in black
Yeah,
holes.
wonderful. So
thus they
prove
break
that it was
down outside
created.
of our universe.
Wonderful. So prove that, and then prove it was created.
I mean, you just tried making a claim, and
I just
you
backed
were
it
wrong.
up too. You're
No, you
claiming I'm wrong, so prove it.
Hold
prove
on.
that
So
it was
do
created.
the laws of physics?
They
do the
break
laws of
down,
physics-
yeah, and we don't understand everything. So prove that energy was created.
You don't have to prove that energy.
Yeah, you
was
do.
created.
You have a claim
Just
that it was
within
created.
the universe, you could deduce that energy.
No, deduction requires evidence. So again, provide the evidence that energy was created. Best of luck, friend.
Best of luck. So I'm not trying to prove that energy was created.
Yeah, you are. You just claimed that it breaks down and that is possible. Therefore, it happened. So prove it.
No, I said the laws of physics breaks down.
Yeah,
in,
that
like,
doesn't
black
mean that
holes and
the
outside of our
laws of
universe.
physics don't work. What it means is that we don't understand everything. It doesn't mean
Okay,
that
so-
energy was
so-
created. It doesn't mean that the universe was created. It doesn't mean that God exists. It means we don't have an understanding of everything.
So I understand what. So like when you say I don't know, it's the same argument of me saying, "Oh well, I don't know how God created everything."
What evidence
or,
is
you know
there
what I
for
mean?
God?
So it's like it becomes futile, this conversation.
No, it
'Cause
doesn't.
You just said
There's
we don't
no
understand
evidence that the
everything, so I
universe
don't
was
know.
created.
There's no evidence that the universe was created, but I'm
Correct.
saying what was
And there is
before the
evidence that
universe
energy cannot be created.
within our universe. And
Yeah,
again, those
prove
the
that
laws
there's
of
another
physics breaks
universe.
down.
Then you keep on saying within our universe. Wonderful. Prove anything outside of it exists.
Well, I mean, the fact that our universe came into existence means
False.
that there's something that had
You
to
are
cause that.
presupposing that it came into existence.
Well, you don't know if it did or didn't.
You don't know if
You
it
can't claim you
did.
did.
We know it did not. Energy can't be created, and it wasn't created. Disagree? Prove that it was.
Well, you don't know. I mean,
Yes,
now
I do.
you're like, I
Law
mean,
of
you're not being
conservation of
intellectually
energy in a
honest.
closed system. We are in a closed system. It wasn't created. Prove that it was.
But prior to the Big Bang, there was nothing.
Prior to the Big Bang, which is the expansion of the universe, there was still a universe that it was expanded from. So again, prove that it was
Really?
created. You really suck
So
at
the
this.
infinitely dense matter that
matter wasn't
existed.
there.
whatever it was. Okay, whatever you call
You're
that.
trying to argue about things that you're 100% ignorant on. This is pathetic. Can you just
I mean,
demonstrate that energy
you're
can be created?
no, within our universe. But I mean, how do you
Stop saying
explain
within
the
our universe
physics?
until you prove that another universe exists or anything outside of the universe
So you don't believe in
exists.
the multiverse?
No.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, a lot of theoretical physicists agree.
I
that
couldn't give a
it's
shit
possible.
less if Einstein said unicorns fucking shit out
Are you a
rainbows.
theoretical physicist?
No.
You follow their laws, right? You follow the first
I
law,
follow
second
the
law,
laws
third
of
law.
physics.
Oh, okay. So these are the guys that come
Observable,
up with these laws.
demonstrable, falsifiable physics.
Oh, so you've done the physics, you've done the math, and you've done all the equations.
No.
You've come up with Planck's constant.
No.
So how do you know the Planck's constant exists?
Because the professionals
they
did it
told you
and
it
the
did.
peer review
Okay.
scrutiny holds up to all the laws of physics.
Okay, so again, you're saying you don't give a shit what theoretical physicists say, but you follow their laws and you follow their constants and you follow their theories
They're
that
providing
have all led to your
concepts.
worldview.
They're providing concepts, and we are not justified in believing the concept until it is justified with evidence. So,
Okay, so have you
would you
done
like
all
to
any
stop
of the
doing
math?
red herrings? Would you like
No,
to
it's not
stop
red
doing red
herrings.
herrings and
I'm
provide
just showing
evidence
your
that?
ignorance.
Would
You're
you like
calling
to
me
stop
ignorant,
red
so I'm showing your
herring and provide
ignorance.
evidence that energy can be created?
Okay, so again, I never made the claim energy could be
Yeah, you
created
did.
or destroyed.
Yeah, you did. You said the universe could have been created. Prove it.
I said before, yes, this universe was caused.
Wonderful. Prove
There
it.
was a cause.
Prove it.
Well, again, I mean, the fact that this, you believe our universe is finite. You said it's
Says who?
eternal.
Who said that I believe it's finite?
So you don't believe this universe is finite?
Dude, you're the one with the burden right now. Stop trying to switch it. It's pathetic.
No. Well, I'm trying to understand.
You're the one
where,
with the
like,
claim that energy was created. Prove it.
I never said energy was created in the
Yeah, you
sense
did.
that we understand energy.
You're saying that
In
energy
the
was created
context
and the
that we
universe was
understand
created by
energy, I
some
am not
magical
saying that.
unicorn outside of the universe. Prove it.
Yes, I believe absolutely something
Wonderful. Prove
caused
it.
our universe to become into
Prove it.
existence, and the evidence is
So
there.
prove it.
Okay, so I mean, so what is your explanation to how the universe?
You're the
began
one with the
expanding?
claim that it was created, so prove it. Stop trying to burden shift. It's pathetic and sad.
Okay, so I just told you what I
No, what
I
you
said.
just
I
said was a
the
claim that
universe
you believe it
is
was
finite,
absolutely
meaning it had
created
an
and that there's
origin.
evidence for it, so prove it.
Okay,
Stop trying to
first of all,
shift. You
I said
suck.
I never said there was evidence. You're just
Take
putting
the
words in my
wheels
mouth.
off of your goal. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Pause. Shh. Be quiet for a second.
Understand energy.
You're saying that energy
the
was created
context
and the
that we
universe was
understand
created by
energy, I
some
am not
magical
saying that.
unicorn outside of the universe. Prove it.
Yes, I believe absolutely something
Wonderful. Prove
caused
it.
our universe to become into
Prove it.
existence, and the evidence
So
is there.
prove it. You hear that part where you said evidence, dumbass? Don't fucking gaslight me on my own show when I have receipts. It's pathetic.
Okay,
so
so
again,
that-
you
so
said
that's
that there's
fine. Okay.
evidence, so shut the fuck up. Stop trying to burden shift. Stop trying to
So
red
what I
herring
might think
over
of
to
as
other
evidence,
fucking.
you
Shut the fuck
won't
up.
accept.
Shut up. Jesus Christ. You have claims, and a lot of them. The universe was created, energy can be created, and you have evidence for this. Shut the fuck up and provide it.
Again, evidence to you is what? Empirical evidence? You
You're
want
the one with the
empirical,
evidence, so
physical-
provide it.
No, there's clearly some kind of evidence.
Do
you're
my
looking for.
opinions on what evidence is dictate whether it's factual or not?
Whether you're going to accept it, yes.
Do my opinions
Everybody-
dictate, you slithery snake, reality?
See, you've called me so many ad
Yes, because
hominems.
you're no, false. Yes, I have ad hom to you. I have not ad hom fallacy to you. What's an ad hominem fallacy?
Trying to. I've never heard of the fallacy part of ad hominem, but I
Me
mean,
saying you're a dumbass is not an ad hominem fallacy. An ad hominem fallacy is you are wrong because you're a dumbass. I have not said
Yeah.
that. What I have said is you keep fucking refusing like a chicken shit bitch to provide
See,
any
that's what I'm
evidence for
saying,
your
like, I
Shut the
haven't
fuck up, you
disrespected you once.
crybaby bitch. You don't owe me respect and I don't owe you respect. Shut up. We're adults. I'm going to call you a bitch. I'm going to call you a crybaby because you fucking are. Shut up.
I know, but you wouldn't say that to my face.
Yes, I would.
No, you
You're
wouldn't say
such
that
a
to my
big man. You're
Hell
such
no.
a big man. I'm not, dude, shut up. Chill. Provide your evidence. If you have no evidence, fuck off so the next person can come up. I don't give a fuck about your insecurities.
Okay, all right. So again, I said that the universe. I believe that the universe.
I
came
heard
into
the
existence,
claim. Now
thus
prove the.
something caused it.
This is like the 30th time you've said the claim. Just fucking prove it. Jesus Christ. Stop running in circles. It's pathetic.
Again, you're saying prove it. I'm trying to
Stop whining. The next words out of your mouth should be, here's the evidence that the universe was created. What do you think? And that's
right,
where
man,
I
have a great
agree
day.
or
day.
disagree, and I explain
I'm out.
why or why not. Oh, runner! Fucking crybaby bitch. Jesus. David, we'll get you. Nope, David, you were trolling last time. We'll get Santiago. What's up, Santiago?
Hi, I was just going to say, I think you're a spear-chucking negroid. Testicular ball-sack man. Got him. That one, can you? I win. Checkmate, atheists. You didn't expect I'd just call you a slur.
You said a slur?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta drop you then. I didn't hear a slur. That was creative.
Hey,
up?
what's going on?
How you doing, man?
Good. I'm kind of on your side here, so there's not going to be a whole lot of debating, but I always question or challenge the believers, like, they always fall back on, oh, well, Jesus said it was true 2,000 years ago. I have a historical book and it's the Bible. Like, buddy, that is a fiction book. You're just reciting stories that have been recycled time and time again. Nothing about it's factual. They can't prove it. Like, they never will be able to.
Well, it's a fact that snakes can talk.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same logic that that Christians use. That's the logic right there. Trust me, bro. It happened, right?
Yeah, trust me, bro.
So I just wanted to. It's I won't stay up here for long because I'm we're on the same side of the coin here, but it just cracks me up. And then as soon as you challenge, okay, where's the logic? Where's it's a tough thing to prove, but like. So are a lot of, we've proved a lot of things that were not around 2,000 years ago, but Jesus is definitely not one of them. You know what I mean? But anyways, brother, I'm going to hop off now. So,
I appreciate you, man.
Nice catching up. Take it easy.
Yeah, you too. All right, we're going to give David another shot.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Hey, did you want to provide an actual argument?
Sure.
Okay.
Jesus is real.
Okay. Why do you believe that?
I believe that because I seen him. Personal belief, I seen him. Personal experiences. No bullshit, not trying to be a clown. This is what I truly believe, and I would love to elaborate on the story.
I don't care about the story. How do you know that you saw Jesus?
Because he's the same man that I Googled what does Jesus look like in ChatGPT, and it was literally the same dude. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be a dick right now. I'm being 100% the same dude that I asked ChatGPT, what does this dude Jesus look like? It's the same dude I've seen in my dream, bruh. 100%. Back up. Let's stay on topic. I bet this is gonna go on your pre-recorded clips. Nah, you have a good one, brother. Go ahead, kick me off.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that? That got me tearing up, dude. What's up, Cap? Yeah, that one straight out of Crazy Town. Drink water. Yeah, dude, you gotta clear your throat a little bit there. I started reading it. I had some problems with it. Was it general? General. If God has infallible knowledge of the future, then every future event is fixed as true and cannot be otherwise. If every future event is fixed, then no agent can bring about a future different from. See, the problem is if we were to grant the presupposition that God is all powerful, then P2 doesn't work. So, like, as an atheist, yes, this is a very good argument. As a theist, no. If as a theist, I would not be able to grant that argument. But then it just runs into like the all-powerful paradox. If every future event is fixed, then no agent can bring about a future different from the fixed one. God is an agent whose actions occur within the total set of future events. If God's actions are part of a fixed future, then God cannot act otherwise than the fixed future describes. That I can't grant. P2 I can't grant. Therefore, if God has infallible foreknowledge, God cannot act otherwise than he already knows he will act. That one, there's going to be some ideas behind that as well that I've read. That it's like the arguments for free choice and knowledge, and foreknowledge, I should say, would actually argue against that one. So I can't grant C1, P2, P4. Yeah, thinking of it from a theist perspective, I would not be able to grant that at all. I think it's good. What's up, Nomad?
It was good.
You
So
ever
I
did
wanted
your
to.
scene?
Yes, 26.
Okay, which religion do you follow?
1999. I'm a Muslim.
Okay, what you got?
So I wanted to talk about the God knowing the future thing that you just said. My view on this, even though like other Muslims might disagree, is that God knows all true propositions. That would still make him omniscience, like he knows all things. But the future isn't something to know. So, the future doesn't have a value of truth yet. It's still open, and in that sense, like he predicts the future. He doesn't necessarily know it. That means we still have freedom.
Except God does know it, and the Quran and the Hadith disagrees with you.
Hey, listen, no, he doesn't, because
Yes,
the
it
Quran and Hadith
explicitly
says humans have free will.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. The
Okay,
Hadith
what does it say?
explicitly tells you. The Hadith explicitly tells you. Host, are you near a computer? Can you read?
What would you say?
Bukhari. I'm talking to the host. Could you read Bukhari 3208?
What was that? 2308.
3208 Bukhari.
Okay, let's see. Beginning of creation.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Tell
Your
me when to
voice is
stop.
pretty deep.
Came in like fucking Batman. Allah's messenger, the true and truly inspired, said, is this the one you're talking about?
Yes, continue.
A human being is put together in the womb of the mother in 40 days, and then he becomes a clot of thick blood for a similar period, and then a piece of flesh for a similar period. Then Allah sends an angel who is ordered to write 4 things. He's ordered to write down his deeds, his livelihood, his death, and whether he will be blessed or wretched. Then the soul is breathed into him. So a man amongst you may do... Oh, there's so many parentheses. Holy shit. May do...
Because they're implied in the Arabic.
Where the fuck does that parenthesis end?
Read it. Just read the parentheses too.
Cool. Okay. A man amongst you may do good deeds till there is only a cubit between him and paradise, and then what has been written for him decides his behavior, and he starts doing evil deeds characteristic of the people of the hellfire. And similarly, a man amongst you may do evil deeds till there is only a cubit between him and the hellfire, and then what has been written for him decides his behavior, and he starts doing deeds characteristic of the people of paradise.
So again, what has been written for you is what is deciding your action and overtaking you. And if you go, can you read Muslim 2662c?
266.
Okay, I can just reject that hadith.
You can't reject it because it is Bukhari, number one. The hadith is in Bukhari, number 2. It is accepted by all
I
of the
can
Muslim
convert to
scholars, number 3.
Shi'ism tomorrow, and I don't
You're a
need to
kafir
listen
then.
to
You'd be a
Bukhari.
kafir then. You'd be a kafir then, number 1. Number 2. Number 2. If you go to the Quran, chapter 7, 172, it tells you that God has predestined
The
humans
Quran.
to... yes. Could you read Quran before we read 2662c? Can you read Quran 7, 172?
7, 172.
Bro has elevator music cute.
It is. Is this the Surah 772?
Yeah, so 772.
172. No, God fucking damn it. Why is
Did
it
come up?
There we go. Okay, English. Where you at? Call to prayers. And the Quran is recited in every prayer, and in those prayers, is this the one?
No, wait 1 sec.
No, that just brought up 104. 772.
No, 107, chapter 7, verse 172.
Jesus Christ.
So just write Quran 7 space 172.
172. Got it up.
Did it come up? Can you read it?
And remember when your Lord brought forth?
No. No, I must have the wrong reference then. No, it is 179, not 172.
7. Indeed, we have destined many jinn and humans for hell. Fucking jinn. They have hearts they do not understand with, eyes they do not see with, and ears they do not hear with. They are like cattle. In fact, they're even less guided. Such people are entirely heedless.
So you cannot be destined that have free will.
You're told why they're destined for hell because they don't have eyes to see, they don't have hearts.
Why do they not? Wait,
That they got.
Sure. Wait. You're saying that the reason they're destined to hell is because they don't have hearts and they don't have eyes to see with? Are you sure you want to hold that position?
No, look.
Are you sure? Wait. Are you sure you're going to hold that position? Host, can you read chapter 2?
Destined anyways? I disagree. It literally says destined for, okay?
It literally says destined, but again, you're going to deny the Quran now.
What's the Arabic? What's the Arabic word?
What's the Arabic? ما هو العربيك? I don't know what Arabic is. Yeah.
What's the Arabic word for it? For destined there.
That's all you
Is it qada?
وقد ذرعنا لجهنم كثيرا من الإنس والجن.
ولقد
And then when you go,
what'd you say?
وقد ذرعنا لجهنم كثير من الإنس والجن. And when you go to the tafsir,
ولقد
again, they agree.
ذرعنا.
ذرعنا. Wait, is it ذرعنا?
Okay, I need to look at the verse. What verse is it?
It is 7178.
Chapter what?
And also, host, can you go to chapter 2?
717.
Host, can you go to chapter 2, verse 7?
2 verse
He
7.
did say before, he said that the reason they're destined to hell is because they don't have eyes to see with and hearts to blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
Read 2:7.
7. Is that going to be 7?
Chapter 2, verse 7.
Oh man, I'm crying. Load.
Yeah, so chapter 2 of the Quran, the third page of the Quran says that, those who do not believe, it doesn't matter whether you warn them or not, they will never believe, because God has sealed their hearts, blinded them, and deafened them from truth. He put a veil on their eyes, making them unable to see. He has deafened them.
The way I understand what God is, taking responsibility for, it's the same as him. No, I have.
It doesn't matter what you understand. What matters is what God has said, and what matters is that this
have to let me
agrees with the hadith of
respond.
the Prophet. Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna have to let me respond.
Go ahead.
I understand you disagree with my view, but yeah, okay. Look, the way I understand it is like if somebody, takes something, like for example, like something that's gonna make him addicted, the brain and stuff like that are gonna go a certain way, right? There's gonna be like effects of that in the brain that they're not, culpable for, responsible for. Okay.
Sure.
It's
2:7
the same
is
type of thing. So their actions or their like the way they feel, their arrogance or whatever, is gonna give them a type of brain state, and that's what the Quran is talking about when it says they're blind.
Except both God and the Messenger disagree with you. Could you read what I told you to read?
Allah has sealed their hearts and their hearing, and their sight is covered. They will suffer a tremendous punishment.
Yeah. Could you go to Muslim 2662C?
266.
Here it is talking about a child who could possibly end up in hell before he has reached the age where he can commit sin.
Yo, this guy has receipts. Okay, I give up. You're good.
Okay, but I want him to read the hadith just for his sake.
Oh, that's not going to be the correct one. That's the Talib.
It is Muslim, the word Muslim, and then space 2662C.
There we are. Yeah, I put it in wrong. A child from the Ansar died, and I said it is good for him.
Ansar is Christian.
The
word Ansar means Christian. So a Christian child died.
A child from the Ansar died, and I said it is good for him, a bird from the birds of paradise, for he committed no sin, nor reached the age when one can commit sin. You want me to read where the response is?
Continue.
O Aisha, perhaps it is otherwise. Allah created for paradise those who are fit for it while they were yet in their father's loins, and created hell for those who are fit for it while they were yet in their father's loins.
And created for hell those who are to go to hell while they were yet in their father's loins.
Damn, that's rough.
Islam is very clearly predestined.
There
is no free will.
Wow, that's more straight cut than the Bible. Damn.
Even the prophet was insulted those who claimed that humans had free will.
Wow, the Quran is a lot more cutthroat. Oh, he left.
Yeah, he did. He said that this guy has receipts. I quit. I mean,
I love that you just show up like Batman. Dude said one sentence and in chat, I can hear his Muslim accent, and then you request. Oh man, if there's any other Muslims. Oh, Nicodemus.
he says, why did he he's using like an outro of a virgin, not a virgin, an outro of a villain. I read his comment. This isn't over.
This isn't over yet, Spider-Man.
Anyways, I'm gonna be dropping. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
good. I appreciate you, brother.
It's funny how you say people switching the burden when you're doing it.
You're adorable. You're over the age of 18?
Yes,
All right, which religion do you follow?
I'm a classical theist.
Okay, why should I believe in it?
That's not what the prompt says. That's going against the prompt. Can we stay under what the prompt is saying? How
Yeah,
do you
it's
know
a
there's no
negative
evidence
claim.
for
There's
God?
no evidence for unicorns either. Want me to prove that there's no unicorns?
Well, you're asking me to prove you wrong, so that's a negative thing too. So I don't see how that follows. Could you
No,
actually
if you're
prove how
proving me
your
wrong,
assertion
it
is
means that
right?
there is evidence for God, which would be a positive claim that you have a burden to prove. So would you like to
Hold
do
on,
that?
but if you prove that the universe exists independently from a creator, is it that a positive claim as well?
Yeah, we have evidence for it. There's absolutely no
Okay,
evidence
okay.
for God creating the
What is
universe.
the evidence? Okay, so what
So
the
what
evidence
evidence do you
that
have
says
for God
that
creating the
exists
universe?
independent? You're switching the burden. Keep it on
Incorrect.
conversation. What's
The
the
burden is
evidence?
on
What's
you.
the evidence? Why is that?
Because you're claiming that a God created the universe, and there's no
You're
evidence
the
for
one
that.
making the assertion. There's only one proposition up
There's
here. and you're
no
the one proving it.
evidence that God created the universe, so it's
There's
your
only
burden to
one.
prove
Yeah, I
so.
want you to prove that. That's a knowledge claim. You have to prove how you know that.
You're the one that has to prove that there is evidence. There's no
I'm not
evidence.
giving you a proposition.
Yes, you are.
You're the one with the proposition.
There's
that
no
there's
evidence for it, so I have no
Yes, I want you to
justification to
tell me
believe
how
in
you
it.
come to that.
So if
So you
you
don't have a
believe,
justification for
yeah,
the
the
premise to be
justification
true?
is there's no evidence. So would you like to
Prove
provide
that.
evidence?
That's just circular. That's just circular. Prove that.
It's not circular. It's a negative.
Prove it. Okay, just because you make a negative claim doesn't mean you can't
Nicodemus,
prove
do you
it.
believe
I
in
can't.
unicorns?
All right, but that's a categorical error.
No, it's not. Just listen.
Yes,
Do
it
you
is.
believe in
Yes,
unicorns?
it is. No, but unicorns
Why
are
don't you
not
believe in
necessary
unicorns?
beings. They're not necessary beings.
Why don't you believe in unicorns?
They're not necessary beings, ontologically speaking.
Why don't
That's why I
you
don't
believe?
believe
Yeah,
in it.
neither
Now,
is yours.
I just
So
told you they're not necessary. I just
why
told you I
don't you
don't
believe in
it because they're not
unicorns? Yeah,
necessary.
your God isn't
They're not
necessary.
necessary. Prove
Your
that.
God isn't necessary.
Now
So
that's the
prove
claim.
unicorns aren't
Now that's the claim.
necessary.
Prove it.
Prove
Oh
unicorns
my
aren't
God! Now
necessary.
you're gonna switch. You see how you're switching? I want you to keep the conversation linear. I already told you it's not necessary. You didn't have a contention for it. But when you made the claim,
You
I'm asking you to
pivoted.
prove it. You're not proving it.
You
Are
pivoted.
you gonna prove to me that there is no evidence for God? Yes or no?
You're really bad at this. So you're
Can
saying
you
you
tell me
don't
how you come
believe
to
in
that knowledge? You're
unicorns.
making a knowledge.
You're really bad at this.
Justify your
So
knowledge.
you're saying that there is
Justify-
evidence for God, but you don't want to provide
Justif-
evidence. I'm saying there's no evidence for me
You're
to
making the
justify
as-
the belief in a God.
making
You're
the
saying I
as-
need to prove that there's no
You're
evidence for
making the
that, which is a negative claim. I don't have a burden
You're
to
making
prove
the as-
that. And then
These are-
I asked you if you believe in unicorns. You said no. I said why. And instead of answering the linear question, you ran like a coward because you know where I'm going with that. If you say you don't believe in unicorns and I say why, you're going to say there's no reason to believe in them. There's no evidence for
I
it.
did-
If I then ask
I
you
didn't
to
say-
prove that there's no evidence for
Stop lying.
unicorns, you're going to freak the fuck out
Stop
and
lying.
cry like a bitch.
Why
So,
do you have to lie? Why
would
do
you
have
like to
lie?
provide
Why
evidence
do you
for
have
your
to
God?
lie? Why do you have to lie about what happened? I told you it's not necessary. Now, you didn't have any contention, correct? Now, I'm asking you to prove to me how is God not necessary. Give me the justification.
You have to
'Cause
prove
now
that he
you
is.
give me a counterclaim. You give me a counterclaim. You have to prove that.
No,
Are
you
gonna
have to
keep
prove that he
up with
is.
what you-
There's no evidence that he's
Can you stop?
necessary.
Yeah, prove that. Prove that.
Yeah, there's no evidence for it.
How do you know that?
Because you haven't provided evidence for it.
That's just an argument from ignorance. If I haven't
Yep.
provided any evidence, that doesn't
Yeah,
justify
there's no
the
evidence for it, so
proposition
there's no
evidence to be
justification.
true. That doesn't prove. Just because I haven't provided anything doesn't prove your proposition.
You're having a
to be
hard
true. You
time,
know that,
buddy.
right?
There's no evidence
So
for
he's
it, so
not.
I
He's
don't
not
have a
gonna
belief in
justify
it.
anything.
Do you have
He's
any
just
evidence
gonna run
for it?
away. So
Yeah,
you're
my
gonna just run away?
justification is there's no
You're
evidence.
gonna run away? Are you gonna prove the assertion of knowledge you're giving to me? Yes or no?
Yeah, there's no evidence, so I have no reason to believe.
Prove it. Why there is no evidence? How do you come to that conclusion?
It's a negative claim.
It doesn't. Okay, I'm making the negative claim right now. You're wrong. I don't have to prove that. Then,
It's a
correct?
negative claim.
Yeah, I'm making the negative claim right now that you're wrong. I don't have to prove that.
That's not a negative claim. You're
That
saying
is.
I am
Wrong
wrong.
is not a negative.
If
You
you
wrong
are
is not a
saying
negative.
you are saying I am wrong, which means that you have evidence, which is a positive claim.
No, that's a negative. Wrong is
False.
a negative.
You're
It's not
saying
a
that I am
negative. Yes, it
wrong,
is.
which implies that there is evidence, which requires you to provide a burden of proof.
Well, you saying that I'm wrong, which requires there's evidence, and you have to prove it.
Well,
too.
I'm done with
If
this
you're
guy,
gonna play
Ravis.
the
If you want to have
semantic
fun.
game, we can do it all the time. But you're the one making the assertion right now, so you have to prove it. Because the assertion are rewarded in a positive stance, which is the world exists independently from a creator. You haven't proved that yet. That's a positive stance. Is that a positive stance that the world exists out without the creator? Is that a positive stance? Yes or no?
So not inherently, no. What you might be missing here is that until there is justification to accept a creator stance, that you cannot be warranted in believing the creator stance. So if you can provide a justification, we can then be warranted in either flatly accepting it or flatly believing it, depending on how things go.
That's not how warranty work, right? You are
Yes, it
assuming
is.
that there's a vacuum. 1 second. Can I finish?
No.
You're assuming there's some sort of vacuum. Okay, I can finish. So I cannot have a dialogue.
Nope. You're gonna do what I want you to do because you keep on trying to take
Concession,
control.
GG's.
So you keep on saying that
Concession-
I'm wrong, which is the
Concession
positive claim that there is evidence for
concession
God. Would
accepted.
you like to provide evidence for your God?
Concession accepted. Thank you for telling me I cannot have a discussion.
Would you like to provide evidence for your God?
Well, I can't even talk.
You've talked a lot. You don't shut up.
No, I'm proving you're shifting the burden, but you're
I'm not
keeping-
shifting the
you're not
burden. I'm saying
keeping
there's
up.
no
Yes, you
evidence
are.
for it.
Yes,
If you
are.
disagree,
You are
provide
assuming
evidence
there's
for
some
it.
kind of vacuum that somehow without God is the default position.
There is
which
no
you haven't
evidence
proved.
for God,
Give
so
me
I have no
an evidence
justification to
why-
believe in it. You
why
have a burden to
naturalism
prove
is
that
the
there
default
is a
position.
God. You have the burden to
Give
prove
me
that there is.
justification
You
why
have the burden.
naturalism
I'm
is the
glad that
default
you
position.
concede. Thank you for the concession.
So he's not
Thank you for
giving
the
me
concession.
justification.
Thank you
Alright,
for
run away,
conceding.
run
Thank you
away.
for conceding and
Run
running
away.
away.
Run away. Run away. Run away.
I can give you
It's
justification.
run. It's run away.
Give me justification. Since the host is not talking and need help, come help your boyfriend for me, please.
Oh,
Help your
man.
boyfriend.
Husband,
He's so cute, isn't he?
bitch.
He's so cute. Fucking, like, I'll kiss him on the mouth all day, every day. But
I
no,
know
the
you do that. I know you
justification.
do that already.
Hell yeah. You know, and I know you're jealous, and that's cool. Don't get me wrong. But
I
like,
might
he's
be.
my man.
So
He's
what?
my man.
So what? So what? What if I am? So what?
Yeah. Don't worry. Like, you can be my side boo. It's okay.
No, I
Anyways,
don't.
so-
To be honest, I don't want any of you. You guys are ugly. No offense intended.
I mean, so here's the thing. The reason why naturalism is justified as the base position is because anything that we have demonstrated to exist using the understanding of the world that we have right now is going to be through a naturalistic lens. We have not been able to justify or demonstrate a supernatural. Because we cannot do that, we have to use a natural lens for all things until supernatural lens can be demonstrated.
What claim have you demonstrated in the natural lens that make no sense in the supernatural lens? And what is the criteria for something to be supernatural?
For something to be supernatural, I would hold that in order for something to be supernatural, it has to break the laws of the natural world. So, for instance, something that breaks the laws of logic would, well, inherently be illogical, but something that breaks the laws in which we understand the world to follow would be something that is inherently supernatural. So, for example, if something created energy, we would then be able to say, that is supernatural. If something like broke the second law of thermodynamics and then didn't have any decay, we'd say, yeah, that's supernatural. If something was outside of time, atemporal, it would not exist at all, but you could also say that it's potentially supernatural. So the thing is, if something breaks the natural laws in which we've already established occur across our known universe, that's how we would establish something being supernatural.
Yeah, but saying supernatural laws imply some kind of normative behaviors that the universe follow. How do you ground? That would be a universal claim in a sense. How do you ground universal knowledge?
Axioms.
Yeah, basic axioms.
What
and
criteria do you have for something to be axiomatic?
Self-evidence.
Yeah.
That's just repeating what axiom is. I'm asking what the
Yeah.
criteria do you require
Yeah,
for
the
something
axiom
to be
is
defined as
its own
self-evident?
evidence, you dumbass.
Okay, could you tell me a distinction? Okay, could you tell me a distinction between declaring arbitrarily something is self-evident and not? That's gonna be funny, guys.
Bro,
so
we
something like
Can
the issue that
can you give me a distinction?
we
between declaring
presuppose
something to be
axioms. Without axioms
arbitrarily?
being true, nothing is true.
Okay. If we can just presuppose things to be true, then I can just
We
presuppose
can't.
God to be true.
We
And why is
can't
that?
just
Could you give me the
magically
deal breaker?
presuppose something as a truth and it actually be a truth. Axioms
Okay,
must be
could you put
true
that?
because if axioms aren't true, nothing works. For
Yeah,
instance,
hold on.
the
But you don't
axiom
have a
that
criteria
things
for axiom.
exist, things do exist. If things didn't exist, we wouldn't even be able to have this argument. So yes, axioms must be true, which is not fallacious to presuppose. Things do exist, so I presuppose that things exist. I don't
You're
need to
not
prove to
answering
you
my
that things
question.
exist. I did answer your
What
question. I'm sorry that
criteria?
you're.
What criteria?
I'm
That's
so sorry your single digit IQ can't keep up, low tier. Can you try and provide
says the
evidence
one
for your
that need
God?
help.
Can you provide evidence for
Says
your
the one
God?
that need.
Can you provide evidence for your God?
Says the one that
Can you
need
provide evidence for your God?
help
Thank
to
you for the
debate anybody.
concession.
So so to correct you, Nick, the reason I came up was not to help Cody. It was because I saw Cody was getting frustrated, and I had something that I might be able to add to it. The thing is that if you did not understand that Cody very clearly explained to you the justification in his explanation, then you don't have the IQ prepared for this conversation. Perhaps open a book. I would suggest starting with the footbook. One foot, 2 foot, red foot, blue foot. It gets a little tricky from there.
Okay, so arbitrary, based on or random choice or personal whim, rather than any reason or system. No, these axioms are not arbitrary. Go learn definitions. Books are free. The internet is free. Best of luck. I explained and justified why we accept and grant our axioms. And you're such a horrible burden shifter that you couldn't even provide a counter argument. I highly recommend opening a book for once in your life. You missed M's.
Oh, I love M's. Every now and then we get stuck on Muslim panels, and that's always fun. I love M's though.
The amount of receipts that he brought. Dude, so I had a caller 2 before who his first sentence, after the first sentence out of his mouth, Ems was like, "This guy has the Muslim accent, get me up there."
M smells him a mile away, man. Like I swear to you,
He's a superhero.
I've been in conversations with Muslims that I'm like, I'm doing fine, but like I don't have the receipts, and M's will appear like
out of thin
this
air.
Batman.
He's hilarious.
I'll see the smoke signal, and M's will be like, "Rise me," and I'm like, "Oh, there he is."
Oh, it's amazing. I love it.
It's like a biblical bruise, or I think he's going by Brother Bruise now.
I know that one.
Yeah, like he'll pop up, and I'll be like, I'll be talking Christianity, and it'll be something that like is just barely out of my purview, and he'll have the receipts, he'll have the knowledge.
Yep. They're amazing the way that they just pop up. Fucking bat signal. Hey man, you over the age of 18?
Yo, what's up, goofy ass dude?
Hey, which religion do you follow?
Man, I'm Christian, bro. You gotta be stupid if you ain't.
Alright, wonderful. Why should I be a Christian?
What's that, big dude?
Why should I be a Christian?
You don't have to if you don't want to be.
Wonderful, great conversation. You have yourself a good day.
That was wild. Wait, like he came up so strong. I was expecting evidence for God, and then he comes and he hits us with, "You don't have to if you don't want to." Like, okay, bye, sweetie.
That was funny. I love when they come up. Man, you're dumb as shit, man. Why should I believe you? You don't gotta. All right, deuces. Like, there's no point.
Bye. Like here, let's join hands. Actually, we gotta do it the biblical way. Let's join wieners and say a prayer.
Dock it up.
You know, Yeah, dock it up, dock it up. God, send your strongest warrior, because I'm tired of these pussy ass bitches. Please. Also, I love anime. Cody lets people talk if they're saying something substantive. Something with substance. If you're just running your mouth, there's no reason to let you talk.
Yep. If your feelings are hurt, go on to a stream that gives a shit. It's his kids. Oh man, just popped my back. Woohoo!
Yeah, I apologize for the background. My son currently is going absolutely nutty.
You're good. All right. Yeah, we don't think God is real because A, your God breaks all the laws of logic and physics, so we have no justification to believe it's even possible for him to exist because it's not possible. And B, there's no evidence to believe otherwise. So now you have a burden to prove that we are wrong and that you have evidence for a God. It's quite simple. If God is real, this shouldn't be so hard. Exactly. If God was real, they'd be able to do this. Here's God.
To the people who saying that they don't have a burden, you are making the positive claim. Thus, you do have the burden of proof, right? Like, we are giving justifications for holding the neutral or negative claim. So, when you make a positive claim, you have to. You then have the burden.
Oh, I haven't mocked God yet. Your God, though, has been coming for 2,000 years and loves getting nailed by Roman men. That is mocking your God. You're welcome.
I mean, this isn't mocking their God, but like Jesus is like the original trans icon. Like, you know, if he came about via parthenogenesis, he was born female, and so therefore he is the original trans icon, which love that for him.
Yep. Slay. Nail it. Yeah, just me laughing. Okay. Why would Jesus hang out with 12 dudes if nothing was going on? Yeah. Called out. He liked to wash them feet.
Whatever is born of God overcomes the world. Well, Hercules didn't overcome the world. Hercules just overcame some trials. So, like,
Why are we here on this earth? Don't you think, like, sometimes who created this earth? No one created Earth. Gravity is why Earth exists. Congrats, you failed basic fucking science class.
like, I love anime. I would strongly suggest you look into the sentient puddle analogy. Because the thing is that, like, the Earth, we understand how it came. Sorry, we understand how the Earth came about via natural means, but the issue then becomes, and how did we get here? But the thing is that we came for the, we evolved to this planet. The planet did not evolve to us.
And, you know, here's the thing about abiogenesis. It couldn't have been any other way. So it has to be true. We don't know exactly which model is the accurate model, but we know it has to be true. Even in accordance with the Bible, you're made from fucking dirt, which is not alive. You're made from inorganic matter that became organic. So no matter how you look at it, abiogenesis is true. Why? Because it must be true. Unless we find out somehow there was actually some sort of a matter that had life properties. Like, we could find out that life came from life even in the beginning. We could find that out someday. But it's either life came from life or it came from non-life. There's nothing magical about that.
Well, I mean, like, there's the, what is it? Is it universe seeding model? It's an interesting one, but the issue is there's no evidence at all for it. Like, there's more evidence than there is for creationism, but there's still none. Like, it's such a hard sell.
Rocco, you also believe you came from non-life. You were made from dirt, according to the Bible. Dirt is not alive.
But also, like, we can demonstrate that all the basic components required for, the first life come about naturally. So, like, I mean, it's not a laughing matter. It just means that you don't understand basic science, which is unfortunate. But I do find that most Christians tend to be ignorant of basic science. Even my son just said, which is great. He's 3. Don't get me wrong, he's saying to me letting him have bubbles, but like,
Perfect timing.
Yeah. No, God isn't powerful at all. Like, if your God is real, he is weak and pathetic. And unfortunately, that's going to reflect upon you.
Now Heart on YouTube says, your son shall become a great Viking warrior of bubbles.
Okay, so that's ironic. He is currently running around with a Nerf battle axe in one hand and a bubble wand in the other.
Fuck
so, like, he wants to make the biggest bubbles he can and then pop them with an axe.
I love that.
And he's chasing me around now.
How did life come from non-life? Well, we have evidence, thanks to Miller-Urey, that inorganic can become organic, and all the other ingredients for life existed, and the organic was able to self-replicate, etc., etc. But the really fun thing about this is I can simply say I don't know, and you still have the burden to prove that Santa Claus created us. God can't hear anything if he doesn't exist. You gotta really learn how to think critically.
I mean, if your God can hear what I'm saying, I'm outside. It wouldn't be hard for him to. Sorry, I'm back inside now. I'm between my 2 doors. But like, it wouldn't be hard for him to act. If he's all powerful, and like, all he would have to do, like, okay. So I am currently staring at my bookshelf. If he makes a book fall off right now, I'll believe him. Like.
Hutchins, there's no evidence for hell, therefore all the evidence justifies there is no hell.
That's true.
You guys don't understand how fucking burdens of proof work at all. If there's not evidence for something, you have no justification to believe that's something. Ask them, if I say I have $1 billion and I'll split it with you if you send me 1,000, do you believe me or do you ask me for evidence? They're too dumb. They might just believe you.
Well, I mean, the people who majority fell for those schemes back in the day were like old people, and old people of that generation tended to be believers. So, I mean, the church primes them to be lied to because the church does it all the time. So, like, just saying.
I need another cup of coffee.
I feel that. I haven't slept yet today, and I only worked 8 last night, so like it's not too bad. But like,
damn, dude, you need to go to sleep.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for my check to come in because I wanna. I'm the type of person who, when I see a bill, I have to make it disappear. So I'm obsessive about it. So I'm waiting for my check to come in so I can pay my mortgage.
God, you're fucking my age, dude. You got your
What?
shit together.
I wouldn't say that.
No, like I was about to buy a house when I was with my ex and we were in an apartment and we found a house that we could afford and we were going to buy it. But now I'm trying to debate if I want to buy a house here or if I want to go to another state. I can't decide.
Yeah, I feel that. I was living in Illinois for a while, or I guess Illinois, and I decided immediately I didn't want that to be my home. So that's why I went back. I came back to Michigan. You know, I love Michigan. It's the countryside is beautiful.
I'm going to let you debate this guy. He's been up here 3 times now.
Okay. Hey, David.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Oh, you know, man, another day in paradise. I assume you're above 18. He said you've been up here before.
Yeah, I have. I'm 20 years old.
Hell yeah, works for me. What's up? I mean, you can go off the background, or you're like, I'm gonna be real. I'm pretty
Sure.
fluid. If you want to make a different claim, you can make a different claim.
Right. Well, the host is already beginning to start up looking like he about to laugh at me, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say this strongly. I truly believe that there is evidence of the existence of God.
Heck yeah. Okay. So I mean, that's not like I'm not gonna laugh at you for that. I
Right.
guess I would just say, what is the evidence?
I have been on here earlier, and I did start off a little wonky, and that's what made the host. You know, as he's cracking, can't do this shit, nigga.
Well, oh damn.
He dropped himself. I didn't do that. You do it?
No.
I think he's high as hell.
That's fair. I was just gonna try to go low and slow with them and be like, yeah, let's explore what this evidence is.
He said a slur, but he might have that privilege.
Well, I mean, like, so like, usually I'll let TikTok cut the slurs as long as they're not like egregious. But
David, you're requesting again. Jesus Christ, dude. We'll do one more time. If you don't want to have an actual argument, we're never letting you up again.
Hey, brother. So I actually did some research. I believe that everything that has a cause
that began to exist has a cause.
Correct. Yeah.
There you go.
Because if there's an existence, then there's a way, and I truly believe.
You're an atheist, aren't you?
No, not at all. I just went straight up to ChatGPT, and I truly believe that.
Yeah, like okay, we'll use the ChatGPT argument. I'm not gonna complain about that. Okay. Can you demonstrate that the universe began to exist?
Sure. I believe the universe became of mold, rock, dust, and debris, broken up debris.
And,
what?
Where are you getting this from exactly?
Right. So I believe that he does exist because I read the Bible, and because
he's an atheist. He's an atheist
the
troll.
Islam book.
He's an atheist troll. There's
I don't know
no
if
fucking
you
way. You are
took that
using
scripture from the
literally
Islam
every
book.
single stereotypical. I believe it because the book says so. Like you're an atheist.
Well, I mean, an atheist can spot another atheist, if I'm not mistaken. But no, I'm not an atheist, and I would strongly like to counter your theory there. I can prove God's existence because of the Bible, the Jews, the Islams. God actually, Jesus. Jesus was the perpetuation of God himself, and Jesus has risen.
I mean, I know his dick rises because he's been coming for 2,000 years, but no, I need you to provide evidence that he existed.
Jesus
Sure.
was risen on
He
people?
existed
Thank
within
you
the
so much.
movies. He existed within the new scriptures of the New Testament for the Bible.
What did you just say about movies?
all right, David. We clocked you, man. Come on now. I love this, but like,
Well, let's start from here. Everything exists from a start, right?
how do you demonstrate that?
No.
Heaven.
Heaven?
Wait, so how? Okay.
All right, yeah, he's not coming back up. That's like the 6th time he's done that.
David, I love the troll, but like pick a lane, you know? You can't be all of the stereotypes.
Next up, he's coming up. Earth is flat.
No, the next one he comes up with is gonna be the you know. Never mind. It's gonna be Earth is flat. I was gonna say something about Mormons, but I forgot. No one cares about Mormonism anymore except for me. Dude, I'm gonna be real. I debated a Mormon yesterday, and like, I just, I asked, "Are you aware that like your prophet is, was convicted of being, like a fraud?" And he's like, "Yeah, but he's not a god." I'm like,
I think Earth is flat. Trust me, bro.
the Earth is flat because in Job it says that it was pressed flat like a seal.
Yeah, the book of Genesis talks about that stuff.
But Earth is flat because why would God lie?
Why would the people that wrote a piece of paper lie about what they're writing?
Oh, why would anyone unalive for a lie? Why would anyone unalive for a lie?
Nobody has ever died believing a lie.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. Is I'm just like, okay, I gotta go back to Mormonism. It's like, okay, so you mean Mormonism must be true because Joseph Smith died for his beliefs.
Therefore, it's true.
Yep.
But that also means that if you die not believing in it, or believing that there is no such thing, therefore that is true. Because you don't die for lies.
Yeah. Ooh, that's true. Oh, that's true. All atheists confirm atheism.
Yeah. They don't know what critical thinking is at all. They have no fucking clue how logic works.
Ooh. Logic? You mean the Bible?
Logic and Bible should not be in the same fucking sentence.
Everyone knows the Bible is the arbiter of logic.
Oh, God. Well, how do you ground logic without him? Oh, fuck. Why am I so tired? I gotta change my brake pads and rotors next week, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't envy you. I don't know nothing about cars. I would just be calling my dad over and be like, "Dad!"
No, well, so it's only annoying because the Jeep is like super lifted because it's a fucking Jeep. So it's just really annoying getting it up.
I mean, if you need help getting it up.
I need to restart the stream on TikTok.
Probably.
All right, we're gonna restart the TikTok stream. Ravis, are you gonna come back or are you going to bed?
I'll probably come back for a little
Good
while.
boy. I don't have any ducks yet. I do not. No, I've been ducked once. All right, we're gonna restart TikTok. But first, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. Well, I guess we can start it, throw on the song, and get a cup of coffee. Let's go ahead and do that.
God exists, then show me all your proof. Burn his name into the sky and show me it's the truth. I'm tired of secondhand miracle with zero evidence. If your God is really there, then make him manifest. I've been screaming at the ceiling till my lungs both cave. If he's really in the room, then he can say it to my face. No more echoes in the dark, no more prophets in my head. If your God exists, then prove he is indeed. You decorate your trauma with God and call it meant to be, but trauma isn't holy just because you survive the scene. You tell me every tragedy is part of some celestial plan, so every suffering child that dies is a message from God's hand. You say I'm lost because I'm asking where the compass is. You call it mystery whenever you can't answer it. If I've answered wrong, you prove that that exists, and for me it's exist. If God exists, then show me all your proof. Burn his name into the sky and show me it's the truth. I'm tired of secondhand miracles with zero evidence. If your God is really there, make him manifest. I've been screaming at the ceiling till my lungs both cave. If he's really in the room, then he can say it to my face. No more echoes in the dark, no more prophets in my head. If your God exists, then prove he is indeed. Dear God, if you're there, then why the secrecy? Why am I dissecting all this doctrine like it's therapy? You built a universe but couldn't build a little clarity. You want communion while I'm choking on disparity. They said God is love, but then they weaponized the sentiment. Painted over genocide and labeled it benevolent. You're omnipotent, omniscient, but you couldn't intervene. So every tragedy is just a plot twist in your perfect scheme. I'm not your villain just because I see the plot holes. I'm not the devil just because I don't applaud those. If you made me in your image, then you built me.
Oh, sorry for the silence.
I was saying, it isn't random, first of all. The colloquial use of random is not scientific. He's our creator. Prove it, Fiber. Anime. Request up and prove it as well.
Like, honestly, guys, if your God is real, it should be the easiest thing in the world to prove. Because, like, everything that is real is demonstrable. So, like, it shouldn't be that hard. Like, come on up. Let's get the proof. Let's, take things apart. Let's learn something together.
Woo, we're almost at 3K on YouTube.
I mean, now is the perfect time for Christians to come up. I literally had half of my brain tied behind my back,
Request up, Anime.
Here, I'll help you, Anime. Me. Oh, I can't help you. You have a private account. But seriously, man. You're a fan of Naruto? I think it's a dog shit anime. Yeah, no, it is. It is.
You just got a lot of fucking haters from that sentence.
Good. Well, here, let me collect more haters. If you like Attack on Titan, you like mediocrity.
Hey, I have a report. I sent you a Friday's live because they were yelling at me because I said Darwin is out of date.
Ah, Ravis.
Oh no,
Kinda.
Yeah, he's
Kinda.
out of date. Yeah, because he is out of date.
It's not.
But they kept confusing that I was saying he's wrong. Darwin is
Yes,
wrong.
correct.
Just out of date.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we have 200 years more of information that he didn't have access to.
Yes.
But that still means he's out of date.
Yes. They don't understand how science works.
So,
but it's Friday and Paul and I Spy and them.
So Friday tends to be like very one note, and I love Friday. I do. Friday is actually what the person who kicked me off on TikTok in the first place. But the issue is Friday is looking for one way to look at things when technically, like, you are right, and it wouldn't be wrong to say that Darwin got a lot of stuff wrong. He did. Darwin got a lot of stuff wrong, but like. I don't understand. I don't.
Yeah, like he was right, but he didn't know anything about dominant or recessive genes because that's what led up to neo-Darwinism and Mendel and neo-Darwinism and whatever. But he was right. He was just out of date. He didn't have all the information. Sorry, I just needed to ask you that.
Yeah, no, I mean you're completely correct.
You're valid. You know, yeah. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I love Friday and I Spy, but they are very Friday specifically is very one note, which isn't always a bad thing. Like, I like the way he runs his lives, but sometimes it's not. That's why I don't visit very often. You know.
Anime.
Yeah, I might have to limit my visitations now because like.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Anyway,
that's the problem with
on
the spaces. There's a lot of drama.
Sorry,
I avoid the drama.
I should really do that too. Sorry, I didn't mean to crash your live.
You're perfectly fine, brother.
Yeah, I'll be the first one to tell you I'm hard to get a hold of if it's not on live.
So yeah, I send him some feet finders. That's how I get him.
Yeah, I see the feet and I'm just like, oh, hold up.
He likes my tootsies. Oh, I appreciate you, Anubis. We'll let you down now, though.
Oh yeah, let me disconnect myself.
Yeah, you're good. Anime. Every time I've been proven wrong so many times on this show, and I admit it every single time. But here's the deal: you saying what you're saying is true doesn't magically fucking make it true. You saying God is real doesn't make him exist. You need to demonstrate that there is truth to what you are saying. Now, how do we do that? What evidence justifies what you're saying as true? When I say gravity exists, I can demonstrate it. Here you go. I can demonstrate every truth claim that I subscribe to.
Yeah, I mean, like, so the thing is going to come up, anime over and over again, is just going to be, we need to have evidence.
They're not easy to demonstrate, anime.
Wait, what's easy to demonstrate?
Dude, okay, we believe in gravity because things fall. Okay, then we have the theory of gravity that explains why they fall. Okay, we have germs. That's not easy to demonstrate. It took many years, billions of years. It took billions of years for fucking gravity to be understood. These are not easy things. The thing is, you're saying a magical unicorn exists and created gravity, but you have no causal mechanism linking God to gravity. All you're doing is saying God did it. Trust me, bro. The book says so.
God should be the easiest thing to demonstrate ever. Like,
if God made a tree, fucking prove it.
Yeah, like here's the thing. The thing is that because your God supposedly has so many causal relations, he should be the easiest thing ever to prove. Like, things that have more causal relations tend to be things that are easier to demonstrate. You know, that's why we can demonstrate energy, gravity. You know, we can demonstrate all that so easily. Your God has more causal relations than gravity. He should be easier to demonstrate. I'm hoping this shirt fits.
Richard, you just literally just said the same claim we're saying doesn't work, and we explained why it doesn't work. Look at the trees, look at yourself, look at the wind, look at the animals. Okay, prove that God has anything to do with them. You can't just say look at the tree because you presuppose that it was created. You have to demonstrate that it was. Jesus didn't exist. And even if he did exist, it's not evidence of a god. It's evidence of a dude preaching. It's evidence of a man that had some followers and died.
Yeah, and I mean, Richard, like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, the thing is that you pointing out the cause relations isn't demonstrating the cause. It's only pointing out more causal relations, which should make it easier for you to demonstrate the cause. You know, we can easily demonstrate gravity as the cause for why things fall using math alone.
And yes, we can prove that we exist. All evidence justifies that we exist. There's evidence of you seeing, observing by visual and auditory. You're able to... I respond to every one of your messages, or at least some of them. I respond to what you say, to what you ask. If you believe I'm AI, you have the burden to prove that, because all evidence justifies that I'm a human being talking to you. You do not have any evidence that I'm not real. We follow evidence. Just saying you can't prove something doesn't make that true. Just because it's possible for me to have fucking unicorns living inside of my asshole doesn't make it true.
Also, an empty tomb is not proof of a resurrection. It's just proof of an empty tomb.
Yup. It's actually further proof for what they actually did with the bodies, which is throw them into a pile of other bodies for the animals to take care of. The tomb is empty because he was never in it. There's also no writings at all of a Jesus crucifixion.
Yo.
What is up, Lim?
Hey, what's goody, bro?
Hey, man, you over the age of 18?
Yeah, I'm 23, bro.
Okay, which religion do you follow?
I'm Christian, and I believe that God created the universe.
Cool, you want to prove that?
Yeah, for sure. We can use induction and logical reasoning.
You can try.
Yeah. So, do you agree that the universe was created with things
Nope.
within the universe, or no?
It wasn't created.
No, I'm talking about like the universe, like everything that's in the universe was created by things
Nope.
in the
It
universe,
was never
right?
created.
So Earth was never created by atoms and
The
hydrogen.
Earth was
and
formed thanks to gravity, of which is
Well, okay.
a description of what the universe is and does. The universe
Okay.
always existed.
We can use the word then. Okay, so do you agree that the universe, everything in the universe was formed by other things inside the universe?
You want to get to your point?
No. Do you agree? Yes or no, bro? Like what?
As far as we understand it, it appears that everything in the universe formed naturally via other things in the universe.
Okay. All right. But is there anything in the universe that has no beginning?
The universe.
Well, the universe.
So the universe has no beginning? That's a fallacy. It's illogical. How can that's like a true contradiction?
It's literally not a fallacy.
Wait,
it is.
What fallacy?
Hold up. Which fallacy is it? All fallacies have a formal meaning.
Which fallacy?
Which fallacy?
It's a contradiction.
No, it's not.
That's not a
What does it
isn't a
contradict?
It contradicts itself. That statement is
What does
contradictory.
it contradict? Because it doesn't contradict the first law of thermodynamics. Your claim does contradict
What?
the first law of thermodynamics, though.
It contradicts a claim that contradicts itself is a fallacy.
How does it contradict itself?
Hold up. This is a bigger problem. You're so full of shit. You don't know what fallacies are. A claim that
I do know what
contradicts
fallacies
itself.
are.
No,
Why
you
are you
fucking
assuming
don't.
things?
No, because I'm demonstrating that you don't. Like, you don't even have a basic
You haven't even
understanding of
demonstrated
philosophy.
anything. You're just
I'm
talking
gonna
shit.
Shut your fucking hole. I'm gonna demonstrate to you why it's not a fallacy. Fallacies have formal titles. Saying it's contradictory isn't a fallacy. So if you want to give me the formal title of the fallacy, we can look into it and see which fallacy it is.
Oh my
The
god. Oh,
contradictory
okay.
things.
So you wanna
Okay,
dive into semantics because you're a little bitch. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got you right now.
yeah.
Hold on. One second.
Yeah,
I
you're gonna
got
be
you.
my
I got you.
bitch.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Don't
make
worry,
you my
little baby
bitch.
ass bitch.
I'm gonna make you my bitch.
You gonna make me
So
your
you
bitch?
get to be
I'm
my
making you my
bitch.
bitch, bro. You're
Yeah,
acting like
you
a
get to
fucking
be
like
my
a little
bitch.
privileged little
You get
fucking
to
like
be my
cunt.
bitch.
I'll
So
fucking tell you right now. Hold on.
Go shut your fucking mouth and come back with the name of the formal fallacy. Thank you. Good little bitch. Do you have the formal fallacy?
Go fucking look for the fallacy.
Do you have the name of the
Bitch,
formal fallacy?
I'm such a tough guy on the internet.
I'm gonna make your mom my
Get the
bitch.
fuck up. No, I'm gonna make you. Oh my god. Dude.
Bye. Yeah, and I'm gonna be real with you, right? Like the people who use fallacies wrong are the most annoying motherfuckers on this planet.
So
I'm sorry.
to further add into that, god damn, Ravis, the reason
Sorry.
it's not contradictory is because it agrees with physics and logic. The first law of thermodynamics is energy can't be created. The hot dense state was that of energy. Energy can't be created. Energy exists, therefore it's always existed. You have the burden to prove that it was created. I don't.
Hello?
What's up, Slayer? You over the age of 18?
Yeah.
Which religion do you follow?
My own.
Does it have any characteristics?
Like what?
You're the one here, bro. You
Like,
requested
can you give me an
up.
example of the characteristics?
How high are you?
Can I give you my argument?
Okay.
All right. Are we good? Are we
Did
good
you
now?
shut up? Did you hear what I said about the first law?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I understand that you're saying that it doesn't contradict thermodynamics, which it doesn't, right? But
Right.
the claim contradicts itself, which is illogical.
How?
Because if everything has a beginning, there's no and there's no beginningless.
I don't grant that.
Why don't you?
The universe does
So
not
can you
have
make
a
something
beginning, dude.
beginningless? So the universe is beginningless. It's the one sole
The
thing.
universe
that's-
has always
that's
existed,
beginningless.
yes.
There's no way to
All
prove that
things
at all.
are contingent upon the. Yes, there is. The
I
first law
think
of
they're just. I
thermodynamics.
think it's harder to prove that than there's to prove God.
Let me. You like logic, right?
Yeah, we can.
I'm going to
let's
give
dive
you a
into logic.
logically sound syllogism, and you tell me which premises you disagree with. Okay.
Okay.
Energy cannot be created. P1.
Yeah, that's true.
Energy exists. P2.
Okay.
Conclusion. Therefore, it's always existed.
That's illogical. There's nothing in the universe that's always existed.
Well, which premises do you disagree with?
That energy has always existed.
No, that's the conclusion.
Conclusion, dumb fuck.
It's
Holy
not a
shit,
conclusion,
you're so
dude.
fucking stupid.
Oh my god, can you get this guy out of my ear, bro? Yeah, I'm talking to one guy. Why is this guy rage baiting me, bro? Hello.
If you follow the premises, you can't disagree with the conclusion, dipshit. You don't even know what.
How am I
fucking
disagreeing with the
logic
conclusion,
is.
motherfucker? I'm literally saying that
It's
that
not-
fucking there's no beginning to energy, bro. How the fuck are you gonna prove that shit? It's harder to prove that than there is to prove God.
No,
agree
it's
with
not.
both of the
You and I
premises.
can't prove that at
Dude,
all. There's no way to
energy,
prove that.
pause.
Energy fucking came out of
Let
nowhere,
me
bro.
try and make this make sense for you. Okay, listen. You agree
Hey.
that energy cannot be created, correct?
The energy cannot be created. Yes, it cannot be created.
Right. So energy can't be created, but it does exist. But it can't be created, therefore it has always existed because it cannot be made, but it does already exist. And it can't be created, but it does exist. So it wasn't created and it is existing, therefore it has always existed because it cannot be created.
So energy is the beginningless thing.
Yes, it has always existed. It can't be created. You believe a magical unicorn can do that, but not actual physics that are demonstrated to be true?
I mean, I'm not opposed to like all the other logical shit, talking about like religion and stuff like
I
that.
provided you a logically sound argument, brother. Energy cannot be created, P1. Energy exists, P2. Therefore, energy has always existed. Conclusion. If you agree with the premises, you agree with the conclusion. If you don't agree with the premises, you need to say which one.
I mean, from what we can observe, we obviously energy cannot be created.
Correct.
Right? But
And it does
How many times
exist.
have we
If
been
it
wrong?
can't be created and it does exist, it's always been here. This is just following it. Energy can't be created, correct?
Yeah.
And it does exist, correct?
I mean, can't energy be created? Like fucking
No.
like combust.
It's the first law of thermodynamics.
So energy cannot be created. So you can't,
No.
for example, light a fire and then there's energy, or like
No.
use like
It transfers. Thermal energy comes from other forms of energies. When we die, for instance, our brain, when it goes into the ground, turns into another form of energy, heat. When you turn on a flashlight, it's changing from different types of energies. That's how the light comes. And the light doesn't just stop existing, it turns into heat. And it goes into the walls, into the ground.
So wouldn't you say it's ridiculous to say that something has always existed though?
No, because it can't be created, and it does exist.
So outside of energy, for example, right?
No,
Because
all
obviously-
things emerge from energy, dude. Matter is an emergent property from energy. All things exist because the universe exists. All things are contingent upon the universe's necessary existence. The universe is the one necessary thing for all things.
Yeah, and you don't believe that the universe like began. You just believe
It
that it's
can't.
always existed.
It can't be created. The hot dense state was that of energy, brother. The hot dense state existed. Energy can't be created. Then it
But where did the
expanded.
hot-
Why did it
we can keep
expand?
going
Because
down
of dark
that line,
energy.
though. Why can't we go past that line though? Okay, there was a hot dense state that we were all like
Yeah.
away from, right?
That
So
energy
what happened before
always
that?
existed in.
So it always existed. That's like
Yeah,
super
because
illogical.
energy can't be created and energy exists.
So wouldn't you say that it had to be a catalyst?
What? Dude, it
There has
can't
to be a
be.
catalyst.
No, there
Yeah,
doesn't.
So yeah, because bro, outside of energy,
You're not comprehending this. Energy
I am
cannot be created and it does exist. So where did it come from? It didn't come from anywhere because it can't fucking be created. So it's always existed. It's logic, dude.
Dude, hold on, bro.
You already agree with it. Energy
I-
cannot be created and it does exist.
like,
If
I
it
mean,
exists
according to
and it
science,
cannot be
yes, it cannot
created,
be
it was
created,
never
but the thing is, like-
No, not according to just some magical science. Do you know what science is?
Yes, it's the observation.
Yeah,
of
we are
universe.
observing and describing the universe. When we talk about energy, and the law of thermodynamics, we are not prescribing anything. We are describing the nature of the universe itself. The universe is telling us
Yeah, I
this
understand.
information. The first law of thermodynamics is the universe. Energy cannot be created. The law of conservation of energy.
Mhm.
It can't be created, but it exists. If it exists and it wasn't created, it's always been there.
But that I can't wrap my head around that because the thing is like, okay, so energy cannot be created, but then there was atoms and everything like that were like fusing,
Which
and
are
also breaking apart.
emergent properties from energy fields. Energy has always existed. Matter is an emergent property. Mass is a bunch of fucking energy.
I mean, shit, bro. If fuck it, I'm willing to call that energy God then.
Go for
That
it.
was
That's
the
called
beginning, because-
Spinoza's God. That's what Einstein said he could grant if he believed in a God. The universe is the
But that
closest thing
makes
to
way
God
more
you will
sense.
ever have. But it is
Right.
not a God because God, by definition, is a triomni, all-powerful creator of the universe. Nothing created the universe. If you want to worship the universe, fuck yeah, go for it. But that doesn't make it a God. It is not intelligent. It is not purposefully doing things with intention.
I mean, you and I can both disagree from that. I mean, like because like
I have
how
evidence,
could-
though.
How couldn't that be intelligent? How couldn't that be intelligent?
Intelligence
Because, like,
requires a brain and the idea of intention. The universe is not thinking, I'm going to do this.
it just
We
does
are describing how the universe works. Gravity is not a thought. Gravity is a natural space-time curvature. It is just mass bending space-time. There is no intention. It is a natural thing that happens in the universe that we describe as gravity. We are describing the universe, the way that the universe works. It is not the universe doing something on purpose. We are just saying this is what the universe does. How does it do it? Mass E equals mc squared. One big mass next to another smaller mass. Big mass pushes down in the space-time curvature, and it curves it, so the other mass rolls into it. There's gravity. That's
Actually,
gravity.
Okay, I understand. Matter of fact, let's talk about this. And I'm not. This is not a pivot, right? This is kind of the same thing. So if the universe was in a hot dense state, right? And I'm grant you that because that's what I believe. As
We
well.
know it for a fact. CMB radiation, it's
but
observable.
what would be so? How would that expand and grow?
Dark
to
energy,
planets
dude.
and- Dark energy that we don't understand. So you're willing to?
Yeah,
believe
we don't
more into-
understand it, but we can observe it
We
today.
can't even observe it. How
Yes,
can
we
observe
do.
it?
We observe its effects, my guy.
Its effects, but we can't observe
We
it
can
itself.
literally see the circle of darkness that is pushing shit out. We can fucking watch it do what it does. Do we understand every fucking thing about it? No, but we can see that it is doing this. We can fucking watch it. We know that it is doing it. We don't
So
need
what
to
if the
know
dark energy
everything
is
about
God?
everything.
Because obviously the multiplier has to be something that you
What
can't- you can't
evidence
get
shows
two
you
from
that
1 plus
dark
1.
energy is intelligently, purposefully, with intent doing things?
I mean, dude, I can't sit here and be like, okay, it's intelligently and consciously doing things.
Correct. So it's not God. It is a natural descriptor of the universe. If you want to worship the universe, go for it. There is no God.
I just can't. I don't know, man. And maybe I'm just not willing to believe that because if we were like,
I don't
if we
care.
were to understand dark energy, if we were to understand dark energy, and there's a gap there in our knowledge, right? And I'm not saying there's a God there just because of the gap, but the thing is that there's something that we're like very very technologically advanced, and we can
No, we're
understand
not.
it is there. So, but you're more willing to understand, like,
Brother,
so this,
let me help you out
this,
here. You're correct. We understand only 4% of the universe. That
Right.
does not mean inputting a fucking God into that gap. That is a logical fallacy called, remember how Ravis was telling you to name fallacies? That is called God of the gaps. I don't know. It must be God. That is logically fallacious. You want to know why it's fallacious? We
Well,
did the same
obviously,
thing with
we're
other
doing the
gods.
Greeks.
I
Yeah,
don't
the Greeks.
understand fucking lightning, therefore God did it. Zeus. It's false. Just because you don't know does not indicate something supernatural. What we do is we say, I don't fucking know, and we wait until we do.
So wouldn't that make you agnostic? Because like, let's say,
Dude,
hypothetically-
Gnosticism and theism are two separate fucking things. A means lack of. If you're agnostic, Gnostic means knowledge. If you are agnostic, you lack knowledge. If you're Gnostic, you
willing to
have
say that you
knowledge.
don't know.
If you're theistic, you believe in a god or gods. If you're atheistic, you lack a belief in a god or gods. You can be an agnostic atheist. You could be a Gnostic atheist. You could be an agnostic theist. You can be an agnostic theist.
So what would you say you are?
Both. Dude, I'm an atheist. There's no evidence to believe in a God, so I lack a belief in God. And some gods I know exist, and some gods I don't know. The Abrahamic God, 1000% does not exist. It's impossible in accordance with the laws of physics and logic.
And that's just like, and you're just so sure of that. So
Yeah, I am, because it's
I would say-
fucking possible.
now, okay, you think that faith is illogical, which makes sense because it isn't, right? Faith is just like not
Belief
based on
without
logic.
evidence, by literal
But,
definition
yeah,
in accordance with
but-
Hebrews 1 and the
but-
Oxford Dictionary.
How does that give you more right to be like, okay, I'm right when you only understand and everybody?
Why does it give
even
me
a smart
rights?
person
Because I
understands
provide
4%.
justification.
Okay, so you have your evidence behind your thing, and I have my evidence behind mine, right? In my belief as well, because you believe in something. It's a belief. whether
I
you
believe
like it
in
or
things
not.
based on evidence. Theists believe in things based on feelings and faith.
I wouldn't say exclusively that because
It's
I
100%
also-
exclusively that, because Hebrews 11:1 says you must believe these based in faith is the evidence for things unseen. That is what the book says. They are indoctrinated. They spread beliefs uncritically. I have no faith. I'm not dumb enough for faith.
You have to have faith. Because
No, I
you're
don't. Faith
faithful-
is
you're
belief
faithful
without
in your
evidence.
science.
Name one thing
You're
I have
faithful
faith in.
science, though.
Name
Science.
one thing I have faith in.
Science.
Science isn't a fucking thing. Demonstrate one thing I have faith in.
In atheism.
Atheism isn't
You're
a
sitting
thing.
here arguing with
It is
people
a
every
lack
single
of
day.
belief. Provide evidence for something that I have faith in. Name something.
I would have said this, man. This argument. You have faith in this argument.
No,
like, define
I don't.
faith.
I have
How do you-
evidence
how
that
do you
I am
define
providing. Faith, by literal fucking definition, in accordance with the Bible and dictionary, is belief without evidence. I do not believe things if there is not evidence to believe in them.
I mean, shit, man. Good for you, man. Like,
I am not dumb enough for faith.
I don't think it's dumb at all.
It
I don't
is
think it's
dumb.
at all.
Believing
I think-
something
I think
just
that-
because is dumb. I
think
can
that it's
fly
really-
like Superman. Do you believe me?
Well, obviously not.
Have faith.
I mean, even if I
That'd
had
be
faith,
dumb,
it's
wouldn't it?
logically not sound.
Right, that
Yeah,
would be
it
dumb.
is.
Yeah, faith is fucking stupid.
Well, man, that's your opinion.
No, it's a fact. Have
How is
faith
it
that I can
stupid,
fly
though?
like Superman.
I mean, dude, that's not.
It'd be
that's not
dumb, wouldn't
exactly
it?
what it is.
It would be dumb, wouldn't
Okay,
it?
we're both
Would it be
observing
dumb
this
to
universe.
believe by faith that I can fly like
We're
Superman?
both sitting here observing the universe, right? We're both sitting here living and talking to each other and debating the universe and like trying to like understand exactly what's going on. And you are so sure of yourself, even with 4% of the knowledge that we could ever have ever. So how are you so sure of yourself with only knowing 4%? But you're sitting here
Because that
saying to me, calling me
4% are the
stupid for
laws
believing in
of
something, not
physics.
having some faith.
That 4% are the
I can't have
laws of
faith in that gap?
physics.
I can't have faith in the 96%.
It would be
How am I wrong for that?
indoctrination
How would it be indoctrinated?
because you're believing it uncritically. You're believing something to fill the gap because you're ignorant and scared of ignorance.
I'm not ignorant or scared of ignorance.
Define
I'm actually
ignorance.
willing to face my ignorance. Wait, 1 second. Let me think. Define the ignorance like straight up by definition, or you want my definition of ignorance?
Ignorance means a lacking of knowledge.
Okay, and I'm being ignorant. I mean, so are you then.
If you are,
we're all
you
ignorant
can
then.
make all the claims you want. I do not argue from ignorance. And when I am ignorant on something, I admit it. And I don't claim to be correct about something I am ignorant on. I ask for further clarification and evidence to justify why I should change my mind. You and all other believers fail consistently through all of human history to provide any justification for any higher power. So it is ignorant to accept it without evidence. It is smart to A, withhold judgment, or B, not believe it. Both of which are just not believing it.
All right. So do you think that I lack the justification? I mean, we can sit here and debate the justification if you want.
Then fucking provide some justification.
I mean, justification I can give you. Evidence I cannot. Obviously,
Justification is evidence. This is epistemology. So you've never studied philosophy in your life, nor have you studied logic.
I mean, I've looked into philosophy, but I've never like sat down and studied it. Like
I know you haven't. Justification is evidence. Evidence justifies beliefs.
And they're both like coinciding.
Yeah. A justified belief is one that evidence concludes that as true.
Okay. My evidence is that we only know 4% of like.
That's not evidence for a being existing. That's evidence of not having all the knowledge.
Yeah, and it's evidence of my belief.
It's evidence of not knowing things. That's all it is.
Okay, and I can sit here and be like, okay, I'm justified in believing in a higher power if we only understand 4%.
That doesn't mean that a higher power exists. It means you're arguing from ignorance. God exists because I don't know everything. That is literally a logical fallacy called the God of the Gaps fallacy. You're inputting God into a gap of knowledge. Literally a logical fallacy. You are illogical. Your God is illogical.
I mean, you know, it does say that we can never understand it. So
yeah, probably because it's not fucking true. And the human beings that wrote the paper 2,000 years ago in their ignorance didn't fucking know shit about shit.
I mean, they knew more than us.
Obviously fucking not, because we've proven that book wrong so many fucking times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what did you prove wrong about it?
Everything.
Well, the Exodus didn't happen. Neither did the global flood. So we know that's a fact.
Rabbits don't chew cud, donkeys don't talk, snakes don't talk. We didn't come from two fucking people. It's literally impossible. It's impossible for there to have been a global flood. The entire timeline of the begots is completely fucking wrong in accordance with the age of the earth. The earth isn't flat, even though it says so in Genesis, that the shape of the earth is that of a pressed seal. It also claims that there is a solid dome, which is called a firmament in Genesis. That is also false. We go to the moon all the fucking time. The Bible is fucking wrong on everything. Genesis 1:1, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:14, day 4 of the creation story is that God created the sun, moon, and stars. Fucking false. The earth is younger than the sun. The earth exists because the sun's gravity helped form it. The Bible is fucking wrong. It is a mythology created 2,000 years ago.
Hey, I'm willing to agree with you. Just based on the fact because I know humans are flawed. And
yeah, and humans wrote the book. It is a book written by humans. It is a book.
But that doesn't take away from there being a God. Because hypothetically,
there's no evidence for one.
I mean, shit, man.
one's going to be which can be asserted. That which can be asserted without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. Because we are asserting God without evidence of him, we can dismiss him without evidence.
Literally, if I tell you I can fly like Superman, you're going to throw that away. And you don't need to prove that I can't fly. You already know I can't. There's no evidence for me being able to fly. I don't believe in unicorns, Santa Claus, Spider-Man, or Voldemort because there's no evidence for them. I throw it away. When the evidence is provided to prove that those things exist, I will believe in them. Same thing for your mythological unicorn that you deem as God.
I mean, I'm not basing it solely off the mythology, man.
There's more evidence for fucking Spider-Man than there is for your God.
To what, bro?
There's actually more evidence for Santa Claus than your God, because Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, actually existed. Jesus did not.
I mean, St. Nicholas. So Santa, as we know, it was actually derived from Mithras, and I learned that in Yale, man. So that's not even true. St. Nicholas was not.
St. Nicholas was an actual fucking person that would go around and give out presents.
Bro, what we know as Christmas and Santa Claus was actually.
I celebrate Yule, first of all, so don't tell me about Christmas. You don't know shit about it.
Yule?
Exactly.
Yule?
Exactly. You know, you don't know anything about anything that you're trying to fucking bring up. St. Nicholas existed. There we go. Jesus did not. There you go. There's more evidence for Santa Claus than there is for your God. Your mythological claim of a God is backed supposedly by evidence of a man named Jesus who was supposedly this God. The evidence supposedly from Santa Claus is the evidence supposedly of a man named St. Nicholas. There is evidence for a man named St. Nicholas. In accordance with that logic, because there's evidence for St. Nicholas and not Jesus, there is more evidence for Santa Claus than there is for your God. You have to learn logic if you want to argue with logic. False. We have contemporary witnesses. There is 0 contemporary witnesses for Jesus.
There was over like 500.
False. Name one.
Yeah, let's name one that
Here we
are
go with
outside
this whole fucking with this whole letter debate, bro. I'm not gonna go down this rabbit hole again. I'm not doing this shit with
You don't know what you're talking about. That was written by a man.
How do we know?
That was written by a man. Shut up. That was written by a man that never met Jesus. It was also written decades after these events happened. Do you remember what the first sentence of this conversation was? No, you don't. So now what I want you to do is in 10 or 20 years, rewrite this entire fucking conversation word for word verbatim, put it into a book and call me God, and then call it the Bible. Because that's what you fucking have. Decades old hearsay of a big ass, long ass telephone game of anonymous authors writing random ass fucking shit from decades after supposed events magically fucking happened. It is absolutely nothing but a horrible fairy tale.
I mean, man, that's your opinion, man.
It's a fucking fact. The Gospels are completely anonymous. The names were attributed in the 2nd century by a man named Irenaeus. There's actually no truth value to it. There's 25,000 manuscripts, which are all 100% copies of fragments around this fucking big of non-authored writings. There's not a single original manuscript, not one. 100% of all the manuscripts are copies. The evidence for Alexander the Great, Socrates, Aristotle, Plato, Genghis Khan, etc., contemporary eyewitnesses. There is not one for Jesus. What you have is one sentence in a book written by an anonymous motherfucker that never met Jesus claims that 500 people saw him. Guess what, motherfucker? 5,000 people saw me fly like Superman yesterday. Therefore, it's true. I have it written in my book. Let's use logic here. You've brought it up multiple times.
I mean, nobody has seen you do it, so...
Yeah, they have. 5,000 have.
I saw him do it, and 5,000 more people.
And one contemporary witness just fucking spoke to you. Name one contemporary witness for Jesus. You have more evidence of me flying like Superman than for Jesus existing. Congratulations. This is called critical thinking.
The issue is the Bible doesn't stand up to contextual criticism. The thing that's going to pop up over and over again is if you're using the Bible to prove the Bible, you are being illogical. It's like using Spider-Man in comics to prove Spider-Man. That would be illogical.
I mean, shit, man. I'm gonna just fucking believe in an illogical thing. That's just me then.
Yep, you're
I mean, it's better
illogical.
to believe it or not. That's fine. I mean, that belief is illogical. I don't think myself I'm illogical at all.
You are
But
illogical. You have demonstrated it by stating and claiming and granting the fact that you believe in an illogical thing, making you indoctrinated and illogical. You need to learn critical thinking. Books are free at libraries. I highly recommend you go find one.
oh, trust me, I read books.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I got 5,000 eyewitnesses.
Twilight doesn't count.
Twilight, bro. I don't read that gay fairy shit. Twilight is fucking terrible, bro. That's what
Yet
teenage fucking
you
girls, man.
enjoy a book about a man that's been coming for 2,000 years and got nailed by a bunch of Roman dudes, and that's not
I mean,
gay.
the story itself. No. What? Nailed by Roman dudes? I mean,
Are you
got
homophobic?
nailed
Are
to
you
his house.
insecure? Do you want to talk about it?
I'm not homophobic at all.
Good. So don't fucking say that gay ass shit. That's a fucking homophobic statement.
I can't say something is gay, bro. That's crazy. I mean,
As a
that's just talking about
slur?
neck.
No, you cannot.
It's not even a slur, bro.
You're using it as one, yes.
Gay people call themselves gay all the time.
They're gay.
So,
That's the. Can I say the N-word?
Yeah, you could.
No, I can't. It's a fucking slur. But they can say it, correct?
It's a word.
Are you
so oof. Man, I wanted to know the last book you read.
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Your Mom. Yeah, that was rough. At least he seemed to follow in the end, which, you know what I mean? Like, I'll take it. And TH4 is the last book you read? That's not a bad one. The last book I read was called The Hell's Bells. Pretty good read. I wouldn't suggest it because it's kind of Mary Sue, but I enjoyed it.
Well, it's about time to go ahead and end the stream. Even though we gotta. Oh, anime's requesting up though.
Oh,
all right.
Let's get up here. That's exciting.
No, they dropped.
Please.
Do we want to take one more?
I mean, I'm awake. If you wanna. I'm laying in bed staring at the ceiling, so.
All right, everyone's saying one more.
Okay. 32, Christian.
Thank you. All right, why should we be?
So, and bear with me, because this is not going to logically make sense.
Then it's not logical, and you shouldn't say it in the first place.
Just bear with me. If there is a possibility of God.
There's also a possibility Voldemort made the universe. I don't care.
That's fair. But if there's a possibility of God,
then there's also a possibility of Voldemort. Yes. So I don't care about the possibility. I care about facts based in evidence.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't want to jump ahead too far, KK, but is this going to be like the, what is it called? Pascal's wager?
I'm not actually sure what that is.
So are you going to posit to us that if there's the potential that a God exists, it's more beneficial for you to believe it than not believe it because you don't lose anything for believing it?
No, that is not where I was going at all.
Gotcha.
Go for it.
It sounded like the start of it.
No. No, I don't like using the whole fear tactic thing. That's just dumb. And it's actually more likely to push people away than draw them in. No, what I was going to say is if there's a possibility, sorry, got a little tongue-tied. If there is a possibility of God, and God does exist, and God created everything, he would then therefore be outside of said creation. So he would not go by the laws of said creation.
If that was possible, and if that happened, you would have to demonstrate that it's even possible because it's an impossible action. You cannot have causal relation without time. Your God being outside of space, time, and all things that exist would mean he cannot have cause and effect because time is cause and effect is byproduct of time. Cause is a point in time, effect is a point in time. Him causing something to exist is a point in time to a point in time. So it's not possible. So again, I don't give a fuck about the possibilities.
Unless he has always existed.
Prove it.
I can't.
You know what
Just
I do
like
have
you-
proof of?
Yep.
Energy can't be fucking created, so prove he made it.
Unless he's outside of.
Fucking prove it. Voldemort did it.
So KK,
Jesus
I hate to be the
Christ.
one to say this, but this isn't going to be a compelling argument. This argument essentially boils down to, because I am positing he created it, I am special pleading that he can be outside of its laws. This is just not going to be a compelling argument. It essentially is going to boil down to you telling us that we have to believe it because you believe it.
No.
You're defining God as a being that is outside of time, even though it's
Yes.
impossible, and you define God as being able to possibly do that. Wonderful, prove it. It's a
It's not humanly
concept.
possible. It's illogical.
Well, so
The
then here's the
God
thing.
is not logical.
I posit
Wonderful,
that
your God isn't
fairies-
logical. Thank you.
I posit the fairies created your God, and they created your God in such a way that he believed that he created the universe.
I wonder
but
if you know the
instead-
last guy that I was talking to. He was really angry though because he brought up fairies too.
I mean, like, my name's Feyborn for a reason. I love Fey. I love the Fey people.
Okay,
But,
that's
like,
cool. Honestly, I love the whole idea of like the Fae, and I like the Celtic mythology.
yeah, I like it more for its yeah, I like it more for its D&D lore. But like,
I love
ultimately, I'm
cryptids.
saying-
I love Harry Potter, and they're not fucking real.
Right. But like, so what I'm saying is that by your logic, if I posit that fairies created your God and made him think he was creating the universe, but in reality the universe came about through a naturalistic means, what would you use to stop that from being more logical than your argument?
If fairies created my God and tricked him into believing that he made everything, he would then there have to abide by the laws of physics.
No. He
So
would
he
have
would
to.
be inside of space time.
No, because the fairies are outside of space time, and so they created him outside of space time, and so therefore he doesn't abide by the laws of physics. The laws of physics appeared naturally when the Fae allowed it to occur through its naturalistic means. He's still outside of them. It's just that he's incompetent.
So what Ravis Faye has
Then
done here is
what
he's
is-
provided
no.
you a contradictory metaphysical concept to your concept.
What is okay? If God exists and he is just incompetent, what is his purpose?
Dude,
Well,
holy
exactly that.
fucking shit.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Well, exactly
What-
that. His purpose
if
is
he
being
is-
he's an entertaining buffoon for the Fae.
Then what is his purpose?
To be an entertaining buffoon for the Fae.
That's
If Voldemort doesn't have
That's
any of the
just
goals
dishonest,
in accordance with
man.
Harry Potter, what is his purpose? That's a
It's
stupid
not-
ass question.
It's not dishonest. It is as logical. In fact, it is more logical than the claim that you just made, because we can demonstrate that the universe appears to have came about naturally, and so because of that, my claim being that your God exists.
How can you
exists-
demonstrate that the universe has always existed if you haven't?
Energy can't be created.
the first law of
Yes,
thermodynamics? The first law of thermodynamics.
If an all-powerful creator,
Oh my god.
You-
If
and your
the all-powerful
creator-
energy, there you go.
your all-powerful
if an
creator must
all-powerful
mean-
God can do anything outside of your understanding of logic and reasoning,
So you're all powerful creator that can do anything outside of our logical and reasoning.
Dude,
was
he
created
is
to be
not able to comprehend
entertaining.
reality and only metaphysical concepts. He literally
Yeah.
cannot comprehend physics.
Like I'm just saying that it is more logical to posit that the Fae created him as an entertaining buffoon for some people to follow. Like this is just simply more logical.
I'm going to shut this
because
down in the
it
first
doesn't-
place. KK? Yeah, in some conceptual world, it might be possible that that could have happened with laws of physics being different in some conceptual world. That doesn't fucking exist in our actual world. If it does, prove it. But is it possible that the all-powerful... I don't give a shit if it's possible or not. Prove that it's actually true. Your imagination does not dictate reality. Just because you can imagine something like this does not make it actually exist. I don't give a fuck about the metaphysics.
Let me ask you this. If God does exist.
Don't fucking care. Demonstrate that he does.
If fairies exist and they created your god to be an entertaining buffoon,
just calm down, Faye.
No, calm down.
Calm down.
I need you to
Like-
demonstrate the claim that he does.
like you are an entertaining buffoon, KK. So like it just makes sense that the individual in which you
You
follow
do
is
realize
also
that there's no possible way to prove God exists, right?
Duh,
There's
because
also
it's
no
not
possible
fucking
way.
real.
There's also no possible
There's
way.
no
to prove
possible
God
way.
exists.
False. I actually did it earlier in this conversation, and I'll do it again after this. There's no possible way to
No,
prove that
you did?
unicorns and Bigfoot fucking exist because they don't. There's no way to prove Zeus, Odin, and Hecate exist because they fucking don't. Input your god's name, same argument.
But there is a possible way to prove that the Fae exist because the Fae say that they exist. Therefore, they exist. So, like, here's the issue. My argument is as sound as yours is. It just happens to be the case that my argument follows a more logical reasoning. So it's going to naturally, using Occam's razor, be the more effective argument.
God
Your
damn
god,
it.
thereby, is an entertaining buffoon.
Why? Because one person on the planet says he is?
No. Everyone in their heart knows that he's an entertaining buffoon. They're just you guys you just don't accept it.
Yeah.
Like the issue here is that everything I am using is as sound, if not more sound. If you can't see that, then you are not a logical person, and perhaps you don't have the capability to have these conversations.
It's honestly sad.
It is sad. It is sad that you're not logical enough to have these
That
conversations.
both of you are too smart for your own good.
Well, I'm definitely too smart to fall for a buffoon.
No, you're too
that's-
smart for your own good. So you can't see what's actually right in front of you.
I literally can. I have a camera right in front of me.
I can see what's right in
It's
front of
a
me. A
metaphor.
buffoon.
You know what that is? A metaphor? I'm assuming you know what that is.
Well, why would I need? I don't need to take it metaphorically. You're positing it metaphorically. I'm not going to take it metaphorically.
Of course you're not. Because you only want to see the things that you
That
believe.
are real?
No, that you believe in.
If I am wrong, prove it. You can't prove it, I'm not going to change my mind.
The issue is all you have done is say I am right because I am right, and then because I also said I am right because I am right, your feelings got hurt and you had to resort to meta commentary. I'm sorry that your little feelings got hurt, but your
Pause.
feelings aren't a matter of mine.
Let me ask you this, Evidence. Why are you doing this?
It's fun.
So are you a deconstructionist?
Doesn't matter. Does your God exist? Then can you prove it?
No, what I'm asking is why are you
Because
doing
it's fun.
Why,
What evidence
why
do
are
you have
on
for
this platform?
God?
I mean, me in particular, I'm doing this because I would love to find evidence for God. I'd love to believe in God, but the thing is that it has to pass a basic logical test in order for it to be accepted.
You want to believe in God.
Oh yeah, I would be able to talk to my parents again if I believed in God. It'd make my life so much easier. I'd be able to talk to my grandma before she died if I believed in God.
That's true.
So there's the thing. There's not evidence. There's no way
Duh.
to prove. There is no way to prove God.
Duh, so
That
it's
which-
imagination.
That which can be asserted without evidence,
It's
it
fake.
should be dismissed without evidence. This is the problem. If your God is real, which he might be, and I'm pretty sure he's was created by the Fae to be an entertaining buffoon. But if he was real in the way that you believe him to be real, right? He created my mind knowing that I'm going to be an autistic, fucking logical motherfucker who will not accept things without evidence. Unfortunately, he's so pathetic that he can't provide that evidence. So therefore, I know that he is a buffoon for the Fae.
Okay, so your mental whatever.
Fortitude.
No, that he brought up autism.
Yeah, he's smarter than all of us.
I mean, I'm not denying that he seems to be a very intelligent human being.
Yeah, his
However,
PhDs say so too.
would you say that autism is
What the fuck?
genetically a flaw?
No.
No, what?
No. So it's just a different way in which the brain chemistry aligns. It's not inherently a flaw. The issue is the world isn't inherently made for people with autism
this
or
world
ADHD.
is like, okay, this world is meant, or our society revolves around being social, and it doesn't give a fuck about whether someone's actually smart or not. People typically with autism think in a different way that allow them to far fucking surpass those that only give a shit about society. And they're smart as shit, but they don't give a fuck about the communication part and or not capable as you and I are for the communication. Therefore, it is harder for them in that society because society is too goddamn fucking slow for them. It's society's fault, not theirs. They're too fucking smart for society.
So let's posit this. Say disabilities didn't exist, and I'm not saying autism is, that's not where I was going. But say disabilities didn't exist.
My God, you love meta. Jesus Christ, dude. Have you ever thought about what if reality is here? And what if I could learn about reality and stop positing fucking stories in my head and imagination? You ever thought that?
You ever thought of letting someone finish it?
No. Especially not when
Of
they
course you did.
consistently
No, no, no,
recreate
no.
stories over and over and over and over and
Of
over and over and
course
over with
you
no
don't
fucking
let
point
somebody
in
finish a
reality.
thought because you
All
don't
you
want them
do
to
is
get to the
posit
point.
imagination over and over and over. So no, I don't give a fuck about your imagination story.
Of course you don't, because you don't want anyone to get to the end of their thought.
You've gotten to the end of a lot of thoughts, and now you're struggling to think.
I think the problem here is that, like, when we posit something doesn't exist when it does exist, it's really hard for the conversation to continue. Like, if we
Yes,
posit,
but it sounds illogical, right?
I mean, yes and no. Like, so, like, I'm also bipolar, right? That's a form of disability. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if I wasn't bipolar, right? If that particular disability did not exist, what is your point?
Okay. It's not about like one particular thing. It's about all of it.
Okay, so if no disabilities
There
existed,
were
then
no human flaws. Period.
okay.
Everyone was perfect.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, something came in and fractured that.
The Garden of Eden didn't happen.
How do you know?
What evidence do you have for the magical story fucking claim that it did?
Okay. So
it's not even possible for all of us to come from two fucking people 6,000 years ago. Come on. Again, you're going into hypotheticals about imagination.
So if you take the DNA structure,
Ravis school his ass.
Of course.
Okay, go ahead and tell me about go ahead and tell the genetic biologist about the DNA structure.
Well, if you look at the DNA structure of all people, it all boils down to two people.
No, that's just factually false. If you look at the DNA structure, it boils down to
26.
What?
Yes. Did
boils down to a set of monochromosomes, of which you know the thing is that when we look at DNA, we can see evolution. So clearly, fusion of chromosome 2 demonstrates that evolution did occur. So clearly, all of mankind did not come from two people. That would be an ignorant statement.
Okay, so what we can actually trace back came from what Two
Australopithecus africanus, or do you want to talk
people,
about?
technically?
No, no.
Dude, we did
are you
not
talking
come
about,
from two fucking people.
are you talking about mitochondrial
No.
Eve and Y? Because
Oh
like
God. Wait.
that might be a smart take here, but the problem is that mitochondrial Eve would have occurred roughly 100,000 years ago, and Y chromosome Adam would have occurred. It would have been right after the last Bottleneck event, so that would have been like what, roughly 50,000 years ago. So like the thing is they didn't even meet each other, but we can demonstrate that for the most part it seems as though that humans came from those two individuals, but in such a way that like we can trace them back male and female. The thing is that doesn't demonstrate a literal Adam and Eve. It doesn't demonstrate two people. We can demonstrate where we delineated from modern day apes, not where like we were humans in the garden. Like,
Also, we'd be so fucking inbred, dude.
we are so fucking inbred.
We are.
We would be more inbred. We would
That's
be
why
incredibly more inbred.
My
that is
nose
why
would
every
probably be where my
generation,
mouth
there's
is.
like what, an extra like 100 different genetic like mutations.
Well, that
No.
occurs because of evolution. Genetic mutations
My
occur because of
God,
evolution.
define evolution, dude. It is the change in allele frequency over generations. That is it. Allele is going to be fucking genes. You having a baby is evolution.
Yeah, I mean, like the problem here is going to be,
Procreation.
well, that's also evolution, because like the change in allele frequencies over consecutive generations within a given population is just the basic definition of evolution. Evolution occurs over every generation. You having a child as you create a new generation, that's evolution. It's
Okay,
also
so what you're saying is like over generations. That's why.
Yeah, it's the
people
so like every
look a
time
little bit different.
Yeah, when you
now
have a
than they did,
baby,
like, 30
that
years
baby
ago.
has a baby, that baby has a baby, that baby has a baby. Over time, there's going to be such small, minute changes that after 10 of those changes, there's going to be a visible change.
So you're not saying that like we all came from what's the little fucking fossil thing? Shit, I can't remember the name of it.
The argument that we came from a rock?
Yeah, basically.
No, that's a straw man of evolution.
Not a rock. It's basically the
The
oldest
building
creature to
block,
ever-
Luca.
Oh, Luca?
Luca.
Yeah, we all came from Luca.
Luca's not a rock. Luca is an acronym, my brother and Odin.
Yeah, Luca is just
not the acronym. A trilobite?
Troglodyte? Are you trying to say troglodyte?
No, a trilobite.
Okay.
Trilobites. So while we are
No, I'm not talking about troglodytes. Jesus.
while we are loosely related to trilobites,
I am a troglodyte, yeah.
well, yeah,
No,
Cody's
you're
very
a
close.
little bit hard to be a troglodyte.
It's my cousin.
Well, so while we are loosely related to trilobites, it isn't the way that you would. It's not linear. It's more like they are a family branch that branched off of, a
It's
branch.
like how we share a crap ton of DNA with pigs.
Sort of, kind of. Like, we don't share nearly as much as what people think, but
Have you
we
ever
just
looked
happen
at
to
the
have-
tree?
Have I looked at a tree?
The evolutionary tree.
It's wild.
So like
There's so
we
many-
come from, this starting point, and then that point, you're gonna have that, you're gonna have that, you're gonna have that, and then each one of those three is gonna have another 5 branches. We're all related to some degree to the original, but we're from different branches in different trees. And then you have apes, and then you have monkeys, and then you have baboons, and then you have et cetera, and we are not connected there, but we're connected up there. So over there we're connected. Up there we're connected. We're not actually connected right here.
Yeah.
So they're not our brothers and sisters, but they are our very, 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 very distant cousins.
So if what we evolved from existed at the same time as, say, monkeys that exist now,
No.
then where did they come from?
So the monkeys that exist now also evolved. So like genus Pan, for example, would have came about like what? Ah, gosh, I'm going off the top of my head here. Fucking
Idiot.
It's my it's
Get
my
a refund for your degrees.
Off the top of his head.
Five? No. 600,000 years ago, give or take. And that split would have occurred where we have hominids in genus Pan. So before that point, we would have been a part of the same general species, quote unquote. There would have been a species group there, similar to how like bonobos and chimpanzees are a species group or like a part of the same genus, but they're not the same species. But so like, and then the split would have occurred that further delineated them because we eventually went into the tall grass regions. The tall grass regions made it so that we were very beneficial for standing upright. The standing upright feature allowed us to be really good at hunting while running. There's a lot to it, right? But like the thing is that this kind of thing is very easily tracked within the genetic record alone.
Okay, so how old do you think the Earth is?
What, 4.6 billion years old, something like that?
Okay, so, and you believe that people have been around for around 200,000 years?
3.
To a degree? Okay, so now on the basis that, like, I believe that the Earth is between, like, 4,000 to 6,000 years.
Brother.
How do you get
Brother.
Okay, so, and just hear me out. Take the human population.
The oldest tree is 4,800 years old.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, so are you gonna say if you take the human population and you carry it about multiplicatively?
Yeah, if you go
That's
through
not
the
how that
generations.
works. That's not how that works. After population gets so big, the population begins to die out either via starvation or predation. And the thing is that the humans have experienced 6 different bottlenecking events where we've had genetic bottlenecking, and we've essentially either had to breed back from that genetic bottleneck, or we almost went extinct because of it.
I'm going to throw in there for the age of the Earth as well. The oldest mineral, a zircon, is 4.4 billion years old. The Earth is not thousands of years old.
By carbon dating. Carbon dating is
the most fucking accurate dating methods we have, and it's not only
not like
carbon.
carbon.
It's
It's
not
like
carbon.
dating. It's uranium-3. That's potassium dating. Like, and it's the most accurate form of fucking dating we have.
The most accurate. The only reason that you creationists say it isn't accurate is because Answers in Genesis did it incorrectly one time and got flawed results and then said it's not accurate. It is accurate. 100% of accurate. Like, it's not 100% accurate, but it's the most accurate way that we have to date, and it's accurate between a specific percentile of age range. And if it's within that age range, and that age range is still billions, possibly being off by thousands, it's still billions. Even if it was incorrect, even if it is inaccurate, it's still accurate to the billions. It's only inaccurate by 1,000.
Back to my previous. So, you take...
The ignorance is bliss.
You take Adam and Eve. Obviously, I know you don't believe in Adam and Eve.
No
That's
shit.
fine. But you take those two people. Over the course of, I think, 1,400 years, you get a population. All of a sudden, there's a flood. Flood kills off.
That's not even possible.
Well, the thing is that this is
you are obsessed with hypotheticals.
Hold on.
This is just based
you
on
keep going into hypotheticals.
Do you know where do you know where the oceans came from?
Not the fucking firmament.
From stars?
No,
Not
it came from under the crust.
No, they didn't. What the fuck are you
What do you
talking
think the Marianas Trench is?
The Mariana Trench isn't where the oceans come from, dipshit.
It's one of the cracks in the earth where
No, it
the
isn't.
water flowed
no,
up
fuck
from.
it isn't. No, the Mariana Trench occurred from the water pushing down. I'm sorry. Do you not even know the basics of fucking geology?
How do mountains form?
Tectonic plates pushing together.
Good shit. Does that mean that what does that mean about the fossils on top of mountains?
The fossils on top of mountains?
Yeah, one of the biggest quote unquote
that there
evidences
was-
for the global flood.
That there was so much pressure that it essentially killed things instantly and fossilized them.
Oh my god, you just it's like you say something halfway intelligent and then you immediately
He was
go
so
back.
close, dude. He was so close to answering correctly.
You were so close to thinking. Like the thing is that the problem here is that like where water came from comets hitting our planet, right? We understand that that comets hold a huge amount of water, right? And so we understand because we can check and we can see, in the layers where our first seas formed and stuff like that.
So when the seas were formed, you're saying that like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of comets just
That's
smashed into
how
the
the
planet
Earth was
and
formed,
died?
my G. That's how the Earth was formed. Yes. Gravity,
Absolutely.
rocks, oblate spheroids, planetoids. We
Yeah,
have
but
all
like,
rocks in space that
Really?
collide.
Do you believe that Pangea was ever a thing?
Holy fuck, dude.
we have endless evidence to present that it was.
Yes. But then how did Pangea break apart?
Because of tectonic plate movement.
Tectonics.
So you answered your own question. You just said mountains form via tectonic plate movement, and so like.
What do you think an
answer is-
earthquake is, my guy?
Yeah, tectonic shifts.
Yeah, what do earthquakes do, my guy?
They shake the earth.
And they can do what to land? When land is doing this, what else can happen to it?
I guess it can move. Yes.
It can separate. Oh, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Bro, you're so fucking close to being smart. You're like right fucking there. You're touching it with your pinky toe.
I mean, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna have to go to bed here pretty soon.
I'm gonna have to go
But-
get some fucking liquor.
But the thing is that when it comes down to it, what I would strongly suggest you doing is put your bias on this young Earth aside because it's entirely an untenable position. It is a position that is built on nothing but ignorance of science. You have to deny
It's
evidence.
supported by science.
No, it isn't.
It's unsupported by
Okay,
scientists.
no.
Because scientists
Name
are
one
lying.
geologist. Name one geologist who's a young Earth creationist. Go ahead.
Oh, I would have to actually look that up.
Because the only one that is one that was the one who works for Answers in Genesis, and he literally said that he's not a young Earth creationist. It just happens to pay him more to pretend to be one for his job. Like
No,
he literally
there-
said that in his journal. You are so full of shit. It's not even funny. It's not backed up by science in any way, shape, or form. Name one biologist who's a young Earth creationist. Go ahead.
Okay. Give me a moment. There is. I actually know,
dude,
somebody.
Biology, all of medicine, all biology, all of that is under the precept of evolution. Evolution has to be true for all this stuff to be working. Like, we base it all on the biology of it.
I quite literally know somebody who is a scientist, who is the president of an organization.
Answers in Genesis.
No,
You know Kent Ham?
No.
So the only scientist that you're going to be able to, the only accredited biologist that you're going to be able to pull that is a young Earth creationist is Kurt Wise. The problem that you're going to run into with Kurt Wise is that he literally says that it does not matter how much evidence is presented against the young Earth, he will continue to believe it because that is the stance of the Bible. He says it verbatim in his notes. And the thing is, that just proves dishonesty. So if you're going to say that you follow young earth and you believe that these individuals that the science backs it, you have to say that you are dishonest. Are you ready to say you're dishonest?
Give me a moment. I need to look up what the freaking website is.
It's called Answers in Genesis.
You're right. Kent Hovind and Ken Ham, I
honestly have no idea who either of them are.
They're idiots. Don't ever look them up.
Kent Hovind is a wonderful joke of a human being who pretends to be a doctor.
Same for Ham, though. Same for Ham.
Well, at least Ham went to a accredited university originally. Sure, he dropped out, but he went to one originally. Hovind just bought his degree after he got out of prison for beating his wife.
Got reminded of Kent Hovind. Day ruined. Well, guess what else is going to ruin your day? You lost the game. Anyways.
You motherfucker. How old are you?
2,300 people have lost the game. You're welcome.
How the hell do you know about... You can't be more than 25.
I can't lose the game, for I do not have the brain power to think about the game.
It's very clear you have plenty of brain power.
The problem is that it's unfortunately diverted to literally everything else. This whole time I've been laying here throwing my child up in there as I've been talking, so my brain power is diverted to literally everything except for the game.
Where are the actual numbers? So the group is called the Starting Point Project.
Oh my god.
Oh, so you know it.
Yeah, I know about it.
God.
Yep.
So the Starting Point Project,
And
the issue is
they are very logical.
they are.
No, they're not.
So here's the thing, right? In their very name, in their very title, they are already not scientists, because a scientist does not have a starting point. A scientist looks at the evidence and follows the evidence.
The name of the group.
Yes, but they're not following the evidence. Their literal mission statement is to understand and defend the Christian worldview.
It's apologetics, purely.
Yes. It's literally asserting ignorance for no reason. These people are grifters, or they're just not educated.
Oh, okay. You apparently don't know much about their...
Is their mission statement to understand and defend the Christian worldview?
To help Christians better understand and defend the Christian worldview, also offering a very gracious challenge to the sincere skeptic.
Okay. So, in their very mission statement, they demonstrate that they aren't honest scientists.
This is just getting more and more rough,
So
dude.
what is an honest scientist? Because everyone has a bias.
Okay, here's the thing. While it's true that everyone does have a bias, the thing is that an honest scientist will go in and attempt to disprove their bias before they even look into it. In all my years as a biologist, I have never once accepted a claim. I do not accept evolution. I do not accept gene theory. I do not accept any of these things. I just utterly fail to reject them. And that is the honest way to be a scientist. I have taken endless science ethic classes because it is so important for scientists to be ethical and understand that when we are doing this, we cannot accept a claim. We merely have to fail to reject it.
That is
And
what
the
science is. Proving shit wrong.
Yep. And so, like, don't get me wrong. The issue that's going to pop up is that these individuals do not fail to accept claims. They simply accept them.
Isn't scientist about proving or disproving a hypothesis through...
Nope. Science is not about proof. Math is about proof. You can't have proof inherently in science. You can have proof in
Yeah,
claims about
science, you can have like hypotheses for this seems to be something that could be true, and then you use math to actually prove it. Science is about disproving things until it's unreasonable to doubt it. And then the math lines up and proves its truthfulness. Like we have like string theory, right, which is a hypothesis that aligns with the laws and plausibility for it. It's a plausible hypothesis or theory, but it's not a demonstrated theory. So we don't count it as true.
And then it becomes a law.
No.
Theories never become laws.
So belief is never a theory.
So a law is what is happening. A theory is why it is happening. So the law of gravity is things come down. The theory of gravity is space-time curvature.
So actually, it's funny because the law of gravity existed before the theory of gravity was accepted as a theory.
That's true.
Theories do not become laws. There can become laws. Laws can be demonstrated by using theories, but theories cannot become laws. So, for example, evolution is a theory because that is the highest weight that something can become in science. A law is something entirely different. Evolution will never become a law because theories don't become laws.
Okay, so just to be clear, you believe that the universe has always existed, so you don't believe in the Big Bang.
Oh my God.
Big Bang, not a.
What do you think the Big Bang Theory is?
That everything kind of spontaneously combusted.
No, it's just the expansion of the universe. So the thing is that even if the universe always existed, we can demonstrate the Big Bang Theory to be true as well. The universe has to have always existed logically, but the Big Bang Theory can be demonstrated using evidence and with the physical world which we understand today. Have you ever turned on your an old TV? Remember when we used to have those big back TVs and you turned on and you got static?
Yeah, and it does a little spread. Yes,
that's microwave background radiation, right? That's a very simple way to describe it. Now we can look at this and we can actually trace it back in the universe. And so because you can trace it back in the universe, we then have to look at other things, so such as redshifting and everything like that. We can demonstrate that all the universe all seems to have come from a singular point.
Okay, hold on. So if the universe is eternal, and you can backtrace everything to a certain point, that means everything has a start.
No. That means the expansion has a start.
Yeah, the expansion started from a certain point. So when did the expansion start? What caused said expansion?
Dark matter. We understand that the expansion appears to have started with dark matter. The issue is
the dark matter caused it. Why did the dark matter cause it to start expanding? Why did the dark matter get to that point? If the dark matter doesn't move, like what?
Who the fuck says it doesn't move?
Yeah, dark matter is always in some form of fluctuation.
The universe's default state is movement.
Yeah. So the singularity in which we understand, and mind you, I'm not a physicist, I'm just a biologist, right? So like the singularity in which we understand it could have been caused by itself, because what essentially is happening is that there is no beginning here, but except for with time. Time appears to have quote unquote began at the expansion, but that doesn't mean that a different variation of time occurred before. We just don't have the ability to explore that yet. We do know that logically,
otherwise it's not possible.
What?
Time, space, and matter have to exist at the same time. Like they have to start at the same time, otherwise they're not possible. Because if you have time and space but no matter, like there's nothing there. If you have matter and space, but no time, when did it start? If you have matter and time, but nowhere to put it,
If you have space and matter, but a different variation of time than what we currently understand, the problem is solved. If you have time, if you have everything exactly the way, all three of those things exactly in the way that we understand them, then that's no problem at all. And the thing is that all we're positing is there could have been a different substantiation of time that occurred before, quote unquote, the expansion occurred. Now the issue is that we're exploring that. We're trying to understand that. We're trying to see if that's even a logical statement.
I do
But
want the whole expansion thing, because the expansion, obviously everything's moving outward, right?
in some form, yes.
That is the natural state. So it is logical to assume that dark matter, or whatever you want to call it, would not move inward. It would move outward.
Okay, so in the first few seconds after the Big Bang, the universe was extremely hot and dense with energy and matter packed tightly together. So gravity was holding it together. As it expanded and cooled, gravity, the attractive force between the matter, became the dominant influence on cosmic evolution. Gravity pulls the matter together while the energy is separating it.
Okay. And how fast would you say in the beginning of the expansion?
Damn near instantaneous.
So it was all the way and then it stopped.
I mean, that's Planck.
Yeah, I mean, like, the universe is still expanding now.
We are in the Big Bang, yeah.
If it is all the way and then all of a sudden it just abrupt stop.
There's no stop.
What do you, what?
Well, obviously not a stop, but a mass slow.
It's, could it reverse into a crunch? Yes. Is it most plausibly going to do that? Yes. Because of it, gravity.
So it is because of the insane stretch.
So did you remember? So you're about as old as I am. You're about as old as I am. Do you remember when you were in gym class and you used to have that giant big top tent thing that you would throw up in the air, and then all the kids would sit underneath?
It was great. Yes.
It was great. It was. I loved it. But so essentially, the best way to describe gravity is that what you're doing when you throw that up in there and you sit on it. That's
I know what gravity.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is that what we're positing is that when it gets to a certain point, it'll begin the tent begins to slowly fall, right? Which is essentially the recrunch of the universe. That's something in which we can demonstrate just because, you know, at a certain expansion, we're going to be at a net negative for energy. Right now, we're at a net neutral for energy. And we can definitely posit using cosmic microwave background radiation that we were at one point at a net positive.
Okay, so energy can't be created.
Yes.
Energy also can't be destroyed.
Yes.
So how would we be at a net negative?
We would be using energy to a point of heat. So once energy is transferred to heat, it has a really hard time transferring to anything else. And so heat is still a form of energy. But so like I'm sure you've heard about the heat death of the universe, right? So essentially what happens is
like the absence of heat. Basically the absence of life.
Yeah, we'll get to the point where we've burned up so much of the energy to different states that are hard for it to transfer out of, that it's just going to be, you know, to a point where there is nothing for us to work with. It is all energy, but it is all energy in a form in which it's hard to transfer to a different state from.
So if you have heat in space, obviously it's traveling, like sun transfers energy, heat to the planet, keeps us warm, so on and so forth. And I can already tell I aggravated him because, yes, I am not the most learned person.
You probably went to go get coffee. Realistically, it's like so. Well, I'll say this: you being willing to discuss it makes you far more interesting to talk to than most people that come up here. A lot of people would just resort to yelling low tier, back shots, and like at that point, we're not even having a conversation. So like you were far more interesting to talk to than most people we have today.
There is a dude on here that's basically doing what you guys are doing, only I would call him a troglodyte. He behaves like a toddler, screams at people that don't believe what he believes, and just instantly boots them out. And it's just like, oh, my brain hurts.
I mean, depending on the day we're having, we'll sometimes. So realistically speaking, sometimes it's cathartic just to like get it out on someone after they've given it to you all day. So I understand that. Depending on which.
It's not so much that it's like screaming God doesn't exist, like all of this like fairy tale shit, like sort of how you guys like go about it, but just with no tact.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I'm abrasive.
Yes, angry ice cream. Oh my god, yes. His profile picture is literally ice cream, like a 3.
Oh, angry ice cream. Yeah, angry ice cream. I've been on his panels before. Sometimes gets some pretty decent conversations, but usually it's
it's evolved into just chaotic idiocy. Yeah.
I'll say this though, I probably need to jump off here. I don't think you pissed Cody off too much. If you want to come back, realistically, I'm sure we'd be more than happy to have you. But I do need to jump off here, and I don't know how much longer Cody has.
Yeah, it's time to end.
No, y'all are good. Like, I appreciate the actual like being able to go back and just have discourse without being cut off and so on and so forth. It is 1 p.m. and I haven't slept since yesterday. Oh boy.
Time to go to bed.
It's 2 p.m. for me, and I haven't slept since yesterday, and I have a 12-hour shift today.
Oh damn! I'm glad I don't work today.
All right, adios, guys.
Peace.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, appreciate you guys being here. Love you all. YouTube, TikTok. If you haven't followed already, go ahead and do it. We are super close to 3K on YouTube, so if you haven't hit subscribe, hit subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you all and appreciate all of you. You guys have yourselves a good day. And hop in the Discord. Say hi.